moment you've all been waiting for. It is the Plenyx face. The Plenyx face, and you can tell he is a blur. He is a blur of nothing.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, it's his thumb.
Yeah.
This is a paper. Lol.
It is a paper.
I'm worried, you know. Lol.
I'm ready.
Did you finally set it up so I can remove it?
Yeah, it's set up. Probably. It might just show like half.
Okay, so I'm not gonna remove it. Okay, it's fine.
Okay, it will be there forever.
I'm gonna hold it the entire time. This is the new wooden potato thing, hell.
Maybe you are a potato.
Well, instead of potato, I use paper. It's kind of the same, right?
Yeah, it is basically the same.
Paper potato.
Paper potato.
Ah, fuck this.
Oh my god, behold.
Hey, everyone.
There he is. It is Plenyx.
Oh god.
It's not a mask. He's not wearing a mask.
I only see white for the moment. Come on. Oh boy, yeah.
It's still paper?
The revelation.
No, it's no longer a paper, I would say.
No, not a paper. It is in fact Plenyx, which is not the same thing.
I expect a lot of face bombs today. Oh.
Why do you expect a lot of face bombs?
Why would people face bomb?
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me, Teapot, with your build.
Oh, you want me to talk about Greatsword on Guardian, how it's going to leap in and just start killing everyone?
That's not the hard thing, I would say. The fire sigil is the thing that actually pushed me over there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
The AoEs? AoE hit?
More, you get the AoE hit for more, but like boots, obviously, I feel like we're in the same corner.
We know all about this. We know all about this.
You get more hits, so you get more burn stacks to kill the enemy.
Exactly.
Fucking beautiful.
I mean, is the fire sigil better than like hydromancy sigil?
I don't know. You can get that's just 5 hits when you swap though. Like,
I guess so. And the fire sigil happens every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would do. Yeah, there you go. Fire sigil's the way to go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But anyway, I mean, you know, to the task at hand, you know, a bunch of stuff happened. We got an announcement there. You know, people were going, yeah, you know what? World versus World, dead game mode. PvP, they don't give a shit about PvP. They basically save both game modes in one single post. What do you guys think about that?
And it's like 3 paragraphs long.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a really long ass post, and there's going to be more posts because we got a World versus World one recently, and that's going to be the one that's happening first. That one's happening next week, guys. Okay, they're putting it in the game.
Wait, this is next week?
Yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, this is in 2 days.
Yeah.
In actual 2 days.
Yeah, in 2 days they are implementing rewards. They're putting actual rewards into World versus World.
So I'm stuck on Underworld, is what you're saying?
Yes. If you transfer, you have no rewards for 3 weeks. Rip you, dude.
Yes.
Which makes sense, though, to prevent bandwagoning.
It does make sense, but the bad news is that I was
only for 3 weeks still.
It was pretty ripped because I was hopping about and just do. I went to World versus World on NA, man. I did some raids on NA, and then I read the announcement. It's like, oh shit, I've transferred before. Like I transferred like after the 26th.
Maybe they can make an exception for partners, though.
That's not gonna happen. Ooh. That is not gonna happen.
Come on, you have a free transfer already. You don't need this. Like even more rewards for you, even if you transfer and bag them basically. I don't know, man.
I would be against that happening. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, honestly, I would be in favor of just like giving the partners free legendaries, man.
Yeah, actually, can we have that?
Just free everything.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, let's do that. Like, yeah, let's give you a random legendary. I don't know, some useless one like the Kotaki or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're gonna never use it because they're never gonna develop any underwater content, right? So.
But will they add spears?
I know it's the best of the worst.
Will they add spears as land weapons in the expansion? Is the question.
That would be nice, I guess.
Yeah, land shark action.
It would actually use the skins that are already there. Like, why not? So. Oh yeah, the only place you can actually use underwater weapons is aquatic fractal. That's true. Also, World vs. World, but no one gives a shit about that, right? It's dead.
Wait, do you ever get underwater Zerg fights? Really though? Does anyone do that? Who does that?
I only remember like one fight which was like huge, and everyone had immobilizers and like at least like the static field, so people couldn't move away from water. So that was probably like the biggest underwater combat because everyone got stuck and couldn't move for like a minute, and that was it.
Underwater
Then instantly-
GVG.
Oh,
I think-
underwater GVG. Oh God,
I
let
think
me
the,
face palm again.
15 underwater.
I think underwater combat sort of started being removed from the game, but they literally removed a lot of underwater combat from the game in World vs. World when they removed the old Borderlands used to have a gigantic lake in the center, and then they just paved that over with the runes, and I think we all know why.
Time. Are you serious, Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can you hear me now?
Yep. I was doing 3 hours of stream before that, and then wanted to host Teapot, so I didn't stop. But I do need to grab a drink, you know.
He needs to rehydrate. This is a daily automated reminder to
True
stay hydrated.
hydration, bro.
Yeah, could be good.
Yeah, it's true hydration.
So do we want to go over this post, this one point by point, this World vs. World PvP update?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Just hit us with it, dudes. Where you want to go?
Number one,
first?
it says skirmish rewards.
Yes. This is
So
the best thing. This is the
They
most
have
important
improved
thing.
rewards in World vs. World.
They added
Then
some.
you added.
Yeah.
It's not improved. They never improve anything. When they try to improve,
Would you not
break it.
agree that by adding rewards, it's improved?
I would agree, but why did they add the third currency? Like you have badges, you have proofs, and now you're newly gonna have like the skirmish, whatever, claim tokens, whatever. I can't think about this.
I think you know why. Because
I mean-
if they just use badges still, then you won't still have to do any World vs. World to buy anything. You'll just use the 10,000 badges you have stocked up or 200,000 badges you have stocked up and use that. So
We had the claim tickets before, though. Like
Yeah,
they could have
that's
probably
tournament.
reused the claim tickets, but then some people would have had a head start. The people not having used them, so they have had to balance around the fact that some people already had currency.
But it's also a specific currency
just-
for a very specific topic as well. Wait, what the fuck? Like eating the spoon?
Yeah.
It's a very specific currency. It was exactly for the World versus World tournament, and
exactly.
well, I don't know.
Well, he's exactly coming back, or I mean,
Well, it might be. That's it. So
maybe.
like,
I think this is
What?
the replacement, though. This is like the replacement because to a certain extent, it's kind of the same thing. It's going to reward you for winning. If you win the
seems-
skirmish and participate in the skirmish, you're going to do well. You know.
well, I mean, I think it feels like they've looked at this and seen that there's no really good reason for people who aren't just 100% World versus World all the time to be in World versus World when there's not the seasons going on. And this is their solution to that. Their solution is here, there's rewards outside of seasons for World vs. World. But I think that seasons might come back. I think that's still a possibility. That's why they're not going to use the claim tickets as the rewards for outside of seasons.
I don't know. A lot of people hope for the season to come back. I don't know, man.
yeah. I mean, the seasons
How long
were
are
actually
we
a reason
waiting?
to
Like,
play.
is it like 3 years now or 2 even? I don't know.
I would say 3 years actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I would also say 3. I haven't been playing for the start of the game. I
But, like-
only like catch up with one season.
Yeah, but the problem with the rewards from the season is like it's so dependent to how well your server does. Like I remember for the first season, I was on Arborstone, and I think I didn't even get anything because the server was just too bad.
Yeah, I mean,
like the two
servers
blues,
that
one
lost,
green.
You get something like you get something like a junk item, like a spike.
I
Get
was
two
like,
spikes.
yeah, nice.
That's a good reward.
There's
even
a good
though I
YouTube video
could
about
play-
that.
I mean, I could play like 5 hours a day in War vs. World. I would still get the spike. It
Yeah.
wasn't like bound to my own
Because your server
participation.
is trash, dude. Your server was
Oh,
trash.
actually, hold on a second. Rima
That's why I
makes a good
moved
point.
to Gandara, and now we're carrying Underworld.
No,
Or
incorrect.
is it the opposite?
Incorrect. It's the opposite.
I would say we both help each other. Let's make a compromise
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Like
let's
without
not-
Underworld, Gandara wouldn't be number first as it is currently. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Guys, there's
What's
a
up, dude?
point I think we're all missing right here that Rima's pointing out. The tournament tickets are now being renamed to skirmish claim tickets.
Wait, what?
So they are, yeah.
They're
It
being
says
renamed.
it now.
Oh,
it's
thank you.
the
Then I
skirmishes-
used them and then destroyed them when I didn't have any other choice. So thank you, ArenaNet, for ripping this out of me again.
It says skirmish reward track awards World vs. World specific items such as improvements, tactics, blah blah. It also grants tournament tickets, now called skirmish claim tickets. So these are the reward tracks. These are not.
Oh,
these are
so
not
actually, that was the case. What I was saying earlier. Nice.
exactly. So maybe I mean this is a way for them to, if they want to, not have to do seasons again because you can
Yeah,
get
exactly.
the
That's what I'm
season
thinking,
tickets.
dude. That's what I'm thinking.
because you can get the tickets outside of the seasons now. So I don't know. That's something you have to look at. Yeah,
It's gonna be such a huge influx of PvEers. It's gonna be horrible to play even.
I mean, no, it's gonna be great. It's gonna demonstrate the true glory of World versus World, because it's gonna be probably the biggest clusterfuck Arena has ever seen, as all the PvE players like surge into World versus World in full berserker gear with PvE builds and just run around in circles following people and getting farmed. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be art.
They won't be that stupid to go there in berserker. Like nobody does that.
Yes, they will.
They will. They will.
The only thing you do would be like, I mean, the only people who could do it, if I remember correctly, is like there was this War vs. World build on Thief that used Zerker gear and Scholar runes, and that's the reason why I only ever played Thief in War vs. World, because I couldn't be asked swapping gear. That one worked. So I have like an air and fire sigil weapons, but other than that, like, yeah, you just don't. I'm not gonna run into a Zerg in like full Zerker. I'd get smashed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people are gonna do that anyway, though.
Well, a lot of like builds still like even do run full berserker. Like I think Rev actually does.
Rev and Warrior and stuff like that.
You could play the Rev as a full berserker. Warrior is actually one of the best choices, I would say, because he has such a strong survivability on its own, just for the traits and passive skills.
Yeah. Yeah, you could go on really easily. Transfer over from PvE.
Yeah, what about all the berserker allies who are just gonna get splattered though, dude?
That's gonna be fun.
They're gonna I know you could
tell you something about it. It's like we were playing earlier today, like it was fine. Like he kept dying obviously, but then he insta rallied because
he tagged
all of
everyone.
the
He
people
tagged
that
everyone
actually
with the
killed.
meteor shower, right?
So, yeah, apparently this works, but this is like one player among like how many was there? Like 40 or 30 of us?
Yeah, you can't have a Zerg full of them.
20 people running berserker. This is not happening, man.
But if you think about it, the release of Legendary Armor was extremely well timed, because now all the hardcore PvEers are actually going to be able to get a War vs. World build for free. I mean, for the price of the runes, but for free.
Yeah,
they actually played high-end content, which Raid is, and it's hard, and everyone struggles with its difficulty, and I can't join because everyone is toxic, and I want to play my nomads, whatever.
But you can play that one in War vs. World now, so overall it's win-win. Even if you couldn't raid, you can
as long as
still
you
War vs. World.
as long as
you're not useful to the entire Zerg, you complete dog shit, so I don't know.
You can play whatever you want, as long as it's not a druid. That's basically
my view of World versus World builds. I mean, there is a World versus World beta, but when I go into World versus World, I always think of it as the place where I could use builds that won't work in PvP and won't work in like hardcore PvE. I could always bring some kind of niche thing and make it work somehow in World versus World. Not necessarily in raid, not necessarily in Zergs, not necessarily solo roaming, but I could always make it work somehow. And that's why I like World versus World. It's like a bad build palette that I could just paint all over.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can agree with it can work, but if you
like I said,
gonna join
World versus
any
World does have a meta.
I'm gonna flame the fuck out of you.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, me and Boots have pretty similar Guardian builds actually. I mean, not mine is better.
Yeah, I know. I know you have a pretty like nice Guardian builds. Like they're shit without proper party, but I guess
yeah, I mean, if you don't have friends with you, it's trash. But always play with friends.
Isn't that what World vs. World's all about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I slam the desk? Okay. Are you happy?
Fuck.
So wait a second. Do we have a World vs. World elitist in our midst right here, right now? Is that what's happening?
We do.
Yeah.
We sure do.
Oh my god.
And it's definitely not me.
There are a bunch of them in chat. There are a whole bunch of them in chat.
Also,
there's Plenyx, who's a well-known World vs. World elitist, extremely toxic player.
So are you upset? Are you upset that there's going to be people coming into your game mode now? Is that what's happening?
I'm on one side. Okay, on one side I'm happy because new people, new bags. I'm happy. It's fine. But on the other side, those people are also gonna be on my side, so I'm kind of fucked. So it's like mixed feelings, I would say. But I like generally, I would say it's better. It's way better than it's currently. So if you're not in tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, then like your gameplay is like. Unless you're playing in like a guild, you're not gonna play at all. So there it goes.
Does everyone transfer to Underworld and get going? Sorry, what was that, Sam?
Don't transfer to Underworld because you'll lose your rewards for 3 weeks if you do that.
Yeah, but that was actually the fun thing. Like some people today were asking in map chat, because I was in Lions Arch, they were asking, is there any moment where I can transfer to Gandra because it's always full? Then someone actually answered to them, you should transfer to Underworld. Not only is it not full, but there are also people on that specific server who are making the effort to go into War vs. World. PvE people.
Hell yeah!
I was actually surprised at that advertisement. Pretty sure that would have been someone from Seoul.
Nah, we are a serious threat.
We have been nastily trash talked on Gondara TS. It was so good on being there on reset meeting. Like, oh yeah, do you know when and where Teapot is commanding? Because I kind of want to avoid him. So yeah, that definitely
Fucking
is
clowns.
there.
Fucking clowns.
Well, you're dog shit, so yeah.
The fuck, dude? Like we carry them hard every day.
I don't know. You're playing DPS build instead of commanding builds. What can I say?
Yeah.
You put yourself above everyone else. Fuck you.
No, I don't. I survive anyway. I just do massive.
At
DPS.
least you're not throwing Chinese shit though on the ground.
What?
Chinese shit on the ground? What?
Yeah, Chinese blueprints, like the normal ones. You have like 3 versions, right? You have normal ones, then you have superior ones, and guild ones. Yeah, so the sub ones, superior ones are the best. The guild ones are exactly the same, but cost less supply to build. And then you have the normal ones, which everyone calls Chinese or China bad, whatever. Depends if you're from NA or from EU, I guess.
Yeah,
okay.
The highest quality.
I mean, these are the ones you're supposed to throw on people when you kill them, right? I mean, that's the one thing I learned in War vs. War. When you kill someone, you throw like all the blueprints on them just to like humiliate them.
Which is completely useless normally. So I guess ballistas is the perfect siege to use.
I don't know. I got thrown flame rams on. I don't know if that has a specific
flame
meaning.
rams are easy to buy, so I guess that's also.
They're
good.
perfectly good in tier 3. They're use them as much as you want in tier 3 there. That's all you need.
Armor train that I don't give a shit, but like if you're trying to get inside a tower and you're dropping 3 normal rans instead of 3 superior ones, and then like calling everyone out because the damage is shit, like earlier today on TS, then I guess, yeah.
Wait a second. How do you call people out for bad damage on a door?
This is the mentality of War vs. World. Like, do not question commanders. They're gonna flame you even if you are the perfect player that you. I don't know if you are. Sorry, man.
Don't question me, dude.
But, I mean, the only way you can do bad damage is if you run either a set that doesn't have power as a stat at all. That's the only way.
Well,
like even if you were playing, like, let's say if you're a PvE player coming with Vipers, at least you have a power almost main stat on it. You're gonna hurt the door.
Well, that's we call it Salt Special, right? So just DPS the fucking gate. Like,
just literally stand there for 15 minutes attacking a fortified door, and it will eventually die. No rams, just out healing the arrow cards.
The best one is there is the siege disable, which disables the siege, right? And people actually threw the siege disable onto ground when no siege was, because we were kept like auto attacking the gate. They thought we have a ram there or some shit. They kept throwing the shit out of there. Like, I don't know. I guess they actually know.
You actually auto-attack the door and never use like a ram or catapult or anything. Just attack.
You can do that, yes. You cannot do that with walls, but you can break into the doors with anything.
If the need arises.
Yeah, but why would you do it?
Always prevail.
Just use a flame ram. It's so much faster.
If they have 6 arrow cards inside, you can't do anything.
And also with the keep, you might use catapults to get the first door down and the one after that as well. Right? I'm right about that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
your War vs. World game is way above mine. That's for sure.
And you want to drain them. You want to drain them of supply, then just keep coming back. But honestly, just auto attack the door. Because it just demoralizes the enemy. Like, it was such a great victory to have when we were attacking a gate for like 20 minutes, because they kept repairing it on like 6%. But I kind of felt that they knew that eventually we would get in, because we would just never give up.
Yeah.
And it was just slowly ticking down to 1%. We're all the staff auto attacking and just healing up constantly. They must have been going like, who are these guys? Seriously, these people are. They're a disease. They've invaded and we can't get rid of them. We got in. We took the tower. We took
I would like
everyone's
to be on
favorite tower.
TS and just hearing their commander like what he has to say about the tactic we were using. Like,
Exactly.
what the hell is this? Like, how can we counter it? We cannot kill them with ACs because they keep healing themselves because we're running fucking Minstrel healer Chronos. Like, what the hell?
Oh yeah.
So Teapot, you've now how long have you been immersing yourself in the world versus world zone? Like how long have you been throwing yourself in there now?
I don't even know. It's been like 2 months, like 1.5 months, or something like that.
I would say 2 to 3, I think.
Okay, so I'm first going to ask you, and I'm going to ask Plenyx. Teapot, do you think you are a good world versus world player now?
Obviously. Top tier as fuck, dude.
Okay.
I see myself top DPS all the time, dude, on Guardian.
Obviously, you're top DPS because you have a rigged group, you idiot. Come on. You have to think logically. Like, I'm usually second highest DPS, and you, like, kind of, when I'm not a lieutenant, you just threw me into, or someone else is just gonna throw me in a group, which is complete dog shit. And I'm still second DPS. I don't know, man. What can I say?
So you're saying, like, everyone else at Insult is trash, is basically what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're not good as the group you are in. That's what I'm saying.
I have another question. Do you guys run DPS meters in World vs. World?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
It's probably the best one to
It's
run.
how you
Yes.
got to assert dominance, Boots.
Huh. Okay. All right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And what kind of DPS do you guys get?
It depends.
It depends on the Zerg and like how good they are.
And how long you've...
like,
sometimes you'll be in combat for ages, so your DPS is going to be shit. But sometimes you'll have like a big spike and insta-kill people.
Yeah, the burst is usually around like 11k even, like if we consider cleaving. Then you have Teapot's build, which has incredibly well, I don't know how to even name that fucking burst, but it has around, is it like 12k burst? I don't even know. Subi today earlier, he was running like full Berserker Scholar. He got around like 15 on a Lord and like 7 on enemy. I don't know. It heavily depends on like who are you fighting, especially if they have like protection and resistance to counter the condies, stuff like that.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna That means I have to get another I deleted my DPS meter.
Why? Is it too elitist?
No, it was when it wasn't meeting the standards. It was when Bagawan was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta abide by the rules.
Abide by the rules, huh?
Yeah. I think it's better now, though, right? Now they fixed it.
Yeah. Even BGDM is fine now, I think. I don't know. I would still use Arc, regardless.
Yeah, Arc's better.
Yeah.
Well, I would say it's. I don't know. It doesn't clutter my screen as much as BGDM did, so I don't know. Okay. I guess it's just my opinion on this.
Okay.
So you can see other DPS, like you can see everyone's DPS, not only you.
Ultimate elitism.
Plus the people connected to the Paglans.
But then, can you really call the people out on everything just from their DPS? It's not the same as PvE, though.
I wouldn't exactly say you can call people out of like. You could still be good player and still get pretty lower DPS. Like that's pretty common, I would say. Like the main thing is, are you still alive? Are you not rallying the enemy? And do you at least have something that you are helping everyone else? So like healers, okay, let's heal. Guardian stability, Revenant's resistance. Like I don't know, you don't
bringing all the boons, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just boons is the true meta here. Like protection, regen, resistance, and what is the last one? I don't know even. Like those are really. Yeah, Necros at 500 yes are doing something right. I can agree with that, Gregor.
Yeah.
Do you do Necro Boon Steal or Boon Corruption at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, retail is the last boon. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh lord.
World versus World is all about like you got to put the boons on yourself and take the boons off the enemy. That's how we play World versus World.
Yeah, you can play like that. Just corrupt, I guess.
Yeah. You gotta give your opponent AIDS and cure the AIDS on yourself. Behold.
Yeah, that's how World vs. World works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty
there's no way
solid.
around that, eh?
We got the heavily sidetracked from the
Yeah.
skirmish.
We're
thing.
gonna say, yeah.
So-
We're gonna get those
well,
dank rewards and skirmishes with ascended gear, but let's just talk about like being elitist and measuring people's big dick DPS
Yeah.
with arc DPS.
Big DPS.
Okay, so skirmish awards, guys. Skirmish awards.
Okay,
So-
let's go back then.
Pips for the skirmish awards are earned every tick and are awarded based on the following criteria: your world's position during the skirmish. That makes sense. Your world versus world rank. How does that work?
It's like being in. You get more pips for being in Legend, right? In PvP.
Oh,
you get,
higher.
You
Yeah.
get an extra
So-
pip for being in Plat or something.
No, you get 2 extra in Plat
Okay,
and
and-
1 further in Legend, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something like that. So it's going to be exactly the same. It's like above a certain world rank, you'll just get more pips. Who knows what that could be?
World rank.
Yeah.
It's not personal.
No, sorry, PvP. No, what what
it
was
is
world
your
rank?
personal
Yeah, personal
rank.
rank. You know what personal rank?
What is your personal
Yeah.
rank?
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Footman,
okay.
Yeah,
Silver, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, I kind of understand. All right.
I mean, it
Then-
makes sense. It's
Yeah.
just a grind. It's not about skill, which is different with PvP. In PvP, if you want to get in Plat, you just need to not suck. If you want to get in Legend, you need to be good or to grind. Like, grind a lot of matches at the right times. But then in World vs. World, if it's truly based off of the World vs. World rank, it's literally just grinding.
Hmm.
It's
To
about
get to
the
it.
time you spend in there instead of just being good at the game mode.
So really, this is rewarding the people who have devoted their entire life to World versus World, leading up to this point.
Yes.
Exactly. So that's good.
Yeah.
That is
That
the
is
proper way to handle it.
It'll be
Yeah,
interesting to
it-
see if there's a kind of no upper limit on it. Literally, like every 500 ranks, you get a bonus pip or something like that. It'd be kind of interesting, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
since start of the game, like the rewards weren't really good. Like you could get precursor out of someone or Black Lion Key if you are extremely unlucky, and the game just says "fuck you." It
Yeah.
did to me like 3 times. Teapot got the pre, he got the board.
Yeah.
Like yeah, just people get precursors out of World vs. World. I got once from like NPC, not even the player. I got Zap from like a
Yeah,
Dredge
Frost got
NPC.
dusk. Frost got dusk actually.
Yeah, Frost goes
Wow.
even.
So that's interesting then. That's great. Like it basically counteracted probably the major concern of people who play World vs. World a very long time until now, that they're going to get invaded by a bunch of PvE players and get the same rewards as them, and it's all the same,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it lets them be happy. That's good. Okay, then there's the next one. Whether you're commanding a squad with at least 5 people in it. Do you like this? And do you think this is going to be good for the game mode?
Yes.
I think
Okay.
it's
I'm
good.
not sure.
We need that swag, dude.
I'm like I think it's good for the commander, but I don't know. I would still rather people can tag up and they can
It-
have
it
like
should
their
be-
own small party of like only scouts, and the commander is gonna get higher rewards.
Yeah, but like it should be whether you're part of a squad that has 5 or more people instead of commanding the squad. Because of course you want to reward the people who are commanding, who are putting effort into it. But then again, if you have a group of people who are roaming, like a group of 10 people roaming and just flipping camps, they're also contributing to the effort, but are not necessarily going to tag up, because then it's going to clutter the map. And if you have everyone tagging up, it's literally going to become a clusterfuck, because everyone's going to want the participation.
That's what I see happening
It's
at
just
first, at least.
Wrong. It should be being in a squad of 5 of them all, not commanding the squad.
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny as fuck. I mean,
Yeah.
on day one,
that's a
they're
good idea.
gonna,
They should do
on day one, there's gonna be so many tags everywhere, man. Like, everyone's gonna, oh, we gotta get the rewards. I'm gonna start a tag with my 5 buddies, and we're gonna go around, and it's gonna be hilarious. I don't know, dude. It's gonna be a
Someone said tag up and then have 4 alt accounts in your squad. Just run around like that.
That could
Yeah.
work though. I don't know. People could do it. I don't know. Maybe like someone who I maybe even know. I don't
Isn't
know.
there a rule in the TOS though that you can't have like 2 or 3 accounts running off the same area or PC or something?
On the same PC, yeah. But if you are fucking wealthy, so you can just
You
have
have
multiple
12,
PCs.
4 or 5 PCs.
Yeah,
Run off
PCs, yeah,
different
okay.
PCs.
I'm pretty sure you can do it.
Yeah. Easy.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. So I see that possibly being a problem. I think that there, at least at first, there's going to be 100 tags on the map.
Oh yeah,
And
patch day is gonna be legendary. Seriously, oh my god, it's gonna be good. The game mode is probably gonna be borderline unplayable on any server that has population, but it's gonna be amazing, dude.
Like that's the part also that kind of annoys me and worries me, is that a lot of people are going to be going into the queue for World vs. World, and there is no skirmish rewards for being in Edge of the Mists, which was technically the place where everyone went when they couldn't World vs. World properly, or they went for Karma Train, or they went for leveling up, whatever. It's just once everything was full, you could at least go in Edge of the Mist and do something. But now what? Now you're going to have all the maps in Borderlands capped, and then you're just going to wait for hours in the queue, because obviously someone who's going to join in is going to get their participation high, and then they're going to be like, if I leave while my participation is high, it's not worth. So you're going to have to bet on people DCing so you can get up in the queue and then get in there. That's like wrong.
Yeah, I mean, is that that's a good problem to have for the game, but a bad problem to have for regular World vs. Worlders who just want to play for fun? Because having all your Borderlands completely queued is good for World vs. World. There's very few things to say about that, except unless they're not playing. Unless they're not playing in the game. It
really depends. I think it kind of depends, actually, because if the Borderlands are totally full and there's just one big blob from each team and they all just go around fighting each other, the game just becomes shit because of skill lag.
Yes.
If you end up with 50v50, I don't know, like 50v50 probably isn't quite enough to cause it, right?
I think that's like slight on the edge. Like
but
60 versus 60 would lag.
Like eventually it just 60, becomes complete AIDS.
But is it going to be 50v50 when
if it's fully full? Then.
But if you only get rewards for a group of 5, are you going to group up in squads of 50 now? You're just going to be groups of 5 going everywhere.
There's going to be massive roam squads everywhere.
Yeah. I wonder, that would be the best World vs. World experience ever. That's roam squads everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, Kidda's got a really good point, right? It's going to be really difficult to get into Borderlands. You're going to have to you have to be waiting in the queue. You gotta be ready for the patch. I mean,
but
the
thing is, if you are, you know what that means, right? What? You have to wake up soon so we can actually all get to the border and not just go edges for no reason whatsoever, and then like after 2 hours.
Well, I mean, going Edge of the Mist is just a complete trash now. It's gonna be, well, I mean,
it's trash now, and it's gonna be even still. So I don't know.
Like I don't think the same way, because in the end, when you are on the Edge of the Mist, you do farm more events. You do farm World vs. World rank faster, and World vs. World is gonna slightly matter for the quality of the rewards. So all in all, if you actually go into Edge of the Mist, grind the participation, grind some WXP, and then go into the actual maps where you can earn the Skirmish rewards, is it really that much of a loss?
I think so.
Like, it is a loss, but it is not too much.
I understand what you're saying, but I have a feeling that the level of your character in WXP wise will have an effect, like it said, on your rewards, but it's not going to have that significant of an effect on your rewards. It's not going to be like the 2 hours you spend in Edge of the Mist is not going to bump your rewards up quite that much.
Also, like you have a split participation, so whenever you like are in Edge of the Mist and you come to the normal border, you lose, or the participation is completely different. So when you were taking max to the reward track in Edge of the Mist, you have 0 in the actual map, so you have to start over. Sometimes if you're just currently like 1 hour like left of your play, whatever, it's just better to stay in Edge of the Mist and never leave.
Yeah. So Edge of the Mist, when it first came out, I think, did I remember it being sort of like you when you play in Edge of the Mist, it somehow benefits your server in the rest of World vs. World?
Yeah, it drops supply in it, doesn't it, right?
Yeah,
or does that happen anyway?
I think it still is happening, though.
Yeah. Does it still do that? So does it help in any significant way?
Maybe on reset. Maybe on reset night it might, because no one has supplies, because keeps are not the highest tier and stuff like that. So maybe on reset it could, but that's kind of the only time it actually would matter. Like The other times you can just visit your local keep, Garrison, Hills Bay. They usually have even plus 10 supply, so you can pick up to 25.
And reset is the most likely time for you not to be able to get into the World versus World maps.
Yes.
So
It's going to be about waking up in the middle of the night and then actually playing the game mode 24/7, which is good for your server to win.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what it's supposed to be, dude.
People like me who wake up at 6 to go to work are going to wake up at 4 so I can grind for 2 hours in World vs. World.
Grind a skirmish. You got to grind a skirmish out, go to work, come back, then grind another skirmish out. You like have a little macro that keeps your guy running around the borderland the entire time so he doesn't get disconnected.
Just put heal skill on autocast. Oops.
Holy shit. Wow. Exposed. Fucking exposed.
Wow.
Wow. Exposed.
Nah,
There you go. Well, yeah, no, it's going to be great. And we're going to get Ascended Gear as well, guys. Finally.
yes.
It was about time, yeah.
It was about time. Finally. A way to get Ascended Gear in World versus World.
Well, let me just say that PvP shouldn't never actually get Ascended Gear in the first place.
You don't think PvP should have got Ascended Gear?
There are people which still like do PvE, so they kind of like, okay, it's another way of getting Ascended stuff by not basically grinding. They just play the game mode they like. But World vs. World needed the gear because the stats on the gear actually matters there. So just implementing it now, I don't know. I think it's way too late. It's now, at least, I would say that, but it came way too late.
Huh? I mean,
We'll see.
If they put crafting on it, I mean, they put those Grandmaster marks. I don't know, dude.
I think they're gonna put it there. Like,
I don't know.
Well, it says the tier 2 ascended armor that you get by using the tickets is gonna require crafting to earn. But the tier 3 ascended armor apparently does not require crafting to earn.
Yeah, but you probably
It's probably going to require something else.
It requires the tier 2 ascended armor and the tier 1 ascended.
Yeah, but it's not going to be only that. It's going to be maybe you put in the forge tier 2 plus 3 other components. I mean, usually that's the way ArenaNet goes about stuff. It's all about the Mystic Forge. So you're just going to put maybe tier 2 memories of battle, some crafting materials, don't know which, and then you're going to get tier 3 out of that, and then with the tier 3 you're going to be done.
Yeah, well, I assume tier 3 is not so much because you're probably going to have to use the tier 2 armor, I'm guessing. So it's not like you're getting more ascended stuff. It's just the skins.
In all honesty, if I can provide some insight, if we look at the names of the armor, you will be able to earn tier 3 Mistforged Triumphant Hero's armor in this release. If you remember correctly, when you had the hero weapon, it took a hero weapon, a gift of heroes, bottles of Elonian wine, and pot of crystalline dust to make the Mistfall version of the weapon. That's what you got from the previous claim tickets. You could buy the cheap version and then upgrade it with the Gift of Heroes. Gift of Heroes that you also bought for the tournament claim tickets. The thing is, that's a Mystic Forge recipe, and it's probably going to be exactly the same thing. So it's going to be the tier 2 armor, wine, dust, and something you buy with tickets. That's my guess, at least.
So hold on a second. It says, okay, the exact wording is tier 3 is the ultimate prestigious, blah, blah, blah. Requires both tier 1 and tier 2 to acquire. So Rima said it might be kind of like a collection. Maybe if you have both of those, you get a token of some sort. Because then it says each piece requires a very high world versus rank to purchase.
Okay, let me throw it this because this is bugging in my mind. Did they specifically said that this tier 3 armor is ascended?
Yes.
Okay. Whew.
They didn't say
I was like,
it was ascended, did they?
No, it does not say, but I think...
But tier 2 is ascended, so tier 3 should be at least ascended.
Oh, yeah.
You can't have...
at least ascended, but I'm like... I'm touching the surface. It might...
Ooh. It's not legendary. It's not legendary.
I know!
Stop dreaming. Stop
but
dreaming.
Come on, this is the ultimate dream Bobus has needed the whole time. Come on, man.
What if it's not legendary, okay? Bear with me now. It's not legendary, but it's kind of like the ascended equipment you get from the new maps. In that
so you can stat swap with...
You can reset the stats
that would be good.
Using maybe what's it called? The badges of honor or something like that.
You can reset the stats on it. That would actually be really good.
That would be good. That would be really good.
Yeah.
I would actually make the armor just because of that. I wouldn't even care for the looks.
Yeah.
Like I have full T1 armor. It's like I did the reward track 18 times. Probably the biggest disappointment is the light armor. I think the head. I don't know if any of you seen it, but it looks like the cape from the One Dark Home. No joke. Especially if you dye black.
Ooh. Gotcha.
I don't know. Just look it into game. Like I don't know.
Oh wait, it does say Ascended. It is definitely Ascended.
They couldn't just downgrade. It's like, well, you know, you got that Ascended gear for tier 2. We're actually going to go ahead and give you exotic. For the
it could, however, give a skin.
Oh boy!
It could, however, give it as a skin. Just like in PvP, you can buy either the Ascended Armor or you can buy the skin, which requires less currency. I mean, the same amount of Ascended Shards of Glory, but less of the normal Shards of Glory. So it could be exactly the same way. You could be having it be a skin. ArenaNet has done it, so they could redo.
Yeah, just have it as a prestige thing and not the Ascended. I mean, that would be fine as well, right? I mean. At the end of the day, as long as you can get to that Ascended, right? That should be fine.
Yeah, and this can probably look kind of decent, so yeah.
Oh, look, it's MMO Inks.
Hey Inks, how's the Ranger going?
How are you doing with Druid and World vs. World, dude?
No, don't joke at Druid. That's the only thing I can bring to World vs. World. I'm gonna be roaming on that. Please, don't judge.
Come in a Zerg, dude.
I'm gonna join a random Zerg and I'm gonna roam on my own because I don't
really
like following a Zerg. No. I'm a strong man who don't need no Zerg.
Don't need a Zerg.
Honestly, if you join a proper commander on Gandara, like his squad, and you do not get kit on Ranger or Druid, I'm gonna give you, I don't know, handshake.
Okay, deal.
Anything, I guess.
Deal.
Now, I'll try. Druid is too easy. Base
It doesn't
Ranger.
count if you
Ranger.
paid him not to kick you. Come on, man.
I don't need to pay people. Come on. Let me just call the right people on my phone. It's gonna be alright.
The contacts. The contacts, dude.
I don't know. Back when I was like on Gandara, like before the relink on like in January, I think it was. There was strictly commanders saying, "I'm not accepting people who are rangers or thieves into the squad. Fuck you."
Did you really say that?
Nice.
Are you really doing that? Because I didn't pay
People
for
do
that. I didn't pay
used
for
to
that.
do that.
But I have Teapot carry me on my droid. That's what being a sub is all about.
Yeah, dude.
It's to get carried by Teapot.
You know, if you're a sub, we'll allow you on Druid, dude. If it's acceptable. If you stream subscriber, you're allowed in on Druid, dude. Okay, otherwise get out. Get out of this squad, that shitty Druid class. Yeah, it's good stuff. I don't know. I mean, realistically, as long as you don't have like half the squad Druids, it's probably fine, I think.
Yeah, we could do like usually like commanders did like events when you like all pick the same profession, so like everyone could be Revenant, everyone could be Ranger, for example. Just like try to play World vs. World with that. Like Necro is so good. Guardian is actually maybe sometimes even better than a normal squad, and so on and so on. So like we can even do this stupid thing with all Rangers, maybe see if we can actually somehow make it work in like a normal squad play and not get, well, insta-killed, I would say.
Yeah, that's good. Use Signet of Stone for Invuln and job done, right?
Yeah,
Our only weakness is Condi. Our only weakness is Condi.
Yeah, the only weakness would be
just run the
Celestial
trait to
full
Celestial trait to remove everything when you go Celestial Avatar.
Yeah, dude.
That's
what I did when I roamed.
Druids,
I got blocked by Necros. No, it was fun when I roamed on like that. Like I was fighting this Condi Necro. He would put every condition he could on me. Then I would go Avatar, cleanse everything. So I was playing with my Zealot gear. I just wouldn't die to everything. And after an hour and a half of him pursuing me, he gave up. That felt like the biggest win of my life.
Wow.
Remember when Diamond Skin made you invulnerable to conditions?
Oh, it was good.
Please, no.
Over 90%. That was good. That was a good trait.
Above 90%. That was so wrong.
No, that was perfect. That's ideal. That's ideal gameplay, dude.
I remember when it was a thing in PvP, and I played Condi Warrior in PvP, and I skull bashed that shitter, and I only took 2%, and then he was like, "Fuck you, Condi's amount." Come on, that was horrible. That was so wrong. Bad game design.
Whoa.
What, Druid?
Strong
Yeah, I
words.
agree. I completely agree.
No, I was
Nice.
Okay, and then finally, guys.
Never
Finally, well, actually not finally. There's also improved looking for group. Do you guys like that? Improved looking for group.
I mean, it is.
Is it gonna do anything? It's probably
It might be necessary now that they're adding that extra rewards for a squad with 5 people in it.
Yeah.
Because
Does anyone
You're
use
gonna-
the LFG except for raids in current year and hopping maps in open world stuff?
Fractals.
Oh yeah,
Fractals.
fractals. Yeah, fractals.
what I'm saying is though, it's probably going to be necessary in World versus World now to find the real groups of like squads going around doing stuff
There's a
rather
tag.
than.
There's a fucking tag.
Yeah,
There's
but
a thing
you don't know
called
which tag it is.
I mean, there is also the thing about
called map check. You can
like-
ask nicely people. If you ask nicely, usually you get a nice response. Otherwise, if you're not talking to idiotic people and
Map
Kevin is not in the channel,
Get
or
nice responses
Jordan when
in map
he's
chat.
drunk, or anything like that, I guess.
Okay, all right. But anyway, finally we got the Warbringer.
Yeah.
yes,
Ah.
I want this.
It's the
so
new
much.
back piece meta for commanders. You get
That's
your
right.
you get max size char and you just put that back piece on it and everyone can follow you.
Now, my question is this. It says the backsplash is siege based, blah, blah, blah. With this release, World vs. World players at rank 50, so that's pretty low, it's not so hard, can purchase the first tier of the backpack using Skirmish claim tickets.
That's going to be a full collection, like the other legendary back pieces in 4 sets. So you can buy the first set to unlock the first collection, and then you're going to keep going on. It's going to require you to pay not only World vs. World, but also PvE, because, well, you can't get everything in World vs. World. So people are going to rage about it, and it's going to be completely wrong. I'm pretty sure of that.
I mean, the key is that you need gold, and this is like actually the big problem with World vs. World is that you get
funnily
fuck all money, dude.
Like, funnily enough, a lot of my rich friends are World vs. World players. They just trade while
Yeah.
scouting and shit like this.
Because they can afford
funnily
it.
enough, that's the case.
Yeah.
So I am expecting a few people to be running with it quite soon after the patch if it is not time gated.
It probably will be time. I think there'll be a bit of a time gate on it.
That ain't too sure.
I don't know, dude.
Why would they say the first tier of the backpack and not
Yeah.
explain anything else of it if it's not going to be time gated?
Don't worry, players. We're gonna add the tier 2 after month after actually finish it. It's gonna be perfect. Everyone is gonna be so happy.
It's gonna be good.
No.
It's gonna be like the fractal back piece, you know?
Yeah, I wonder if you could. I mean, I wonder if you'll need to play a World versus World season to get it.
No, well, I mean, they don't.
It's a
exist,
nice
though.
spot, but still, they would have to implement them, and there's like
Yeah, then they have to
they-
put those in the game.
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
would have to actually do something. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
Skirmish is kind of on its own, like a season. I would even say. Like
Yeah,
it's not a big season when you like match with each other, but you still get the rewards out of it.
Okay.
And now like
alright.
matchup is gonna matter. Like currently, people only probably PPT'd points per tick, like capping keeps, towers and such, like avoiding the enemy, or fight the other guys to get also the war score, or did both at once. So like now, it's actually gonna matter, which is always good, I would say.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, I mean, point per tick is like pretty much a lot of things that, like when I was playing World vs. World on a French server, it's something that a lot of people hated on us for, is that we had Canadian players
Yes.
playing at night and keeping the point per tick up. So I guess it's going to be really important, especially for the fact that we're going to have these queues that we're expecting to be extremely long due to people actually playing the dead game mode. So people being late in queue, starting out late in the night, and then pretty much keeping the point per tick up. So like all in all, it kind of fits together nicely if we look at it that way.
Yeah.
You still need the people who are gonna play at night though. So
Just work the night
that's-
shift. Just work the night
Yeah,
shift. Easy.
Just work the night shift. Like people actually bought some night commanders back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of
I
like
remember.
Buying night commanders?
Hell yeah,
Just
dude.
get Canadians.
You've gotta
Yeah,
bring
just
the players
get
over that can
Canadians.
play
I
at your
don't know.
night time, so they can just nightcap everything. Like you wake up and then everything's already tier 3 and it's your color. It's fucking beautiful.
Well,
We don't have that. We don't have that here on Underworld, guys.
Time to put together all your money, like the sub money teapot. Time to buy some commanders.
Buy some players. Like, yeah, come on, guys, come over to Underworld. But it's going to be more difficult to dislodge people now because now they have to wait 3 weeks before they can actually do anything.
I have a question.
Depends on the amount of money.
I mean, it's necessary, but it's a necessary thing to have that lockout. But
Yeah.
you know, it's I don't know. Yeah, what's up, Boots? You got the hand up?
I have a question.
What's the question?
Yeah.
Just drop it.
How soon after the patch hits are they going to have to rebalance the server linking?
I would say the first thing, maybe rebalance the servers, because I'm not even sure the servers would survive the load. Just saying. Like, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of crashes. And then they're going to think about fixing the crashes. And then they're going to think about maybe we should fix the population and try to balance it better.
Because I know that since there's going to be such a huge influx of people, obviously the current balance that they have, whatever set up, is going to change completely, at least in the first week. And possibly in the second week, it's going to remain that way. So they're going to have to be on top of that pretty hard if they want to make sure that people are going to be able to play. So, yeah.
I still do remember, like, usually a rematch when there is an incredibly big update to Overwatch World, which was like 2 years ago even? No, I don't know even anymore. But like there was an update which like even they have to shuffle the servers again, but I don't think there was linking still. Like there was no linking back in that day. So like they completely reshuffled the match again. So we got new match on Tuesday and fight that match until Friday, then get another match.
Well, with skirmishes, why not, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't relink, but the problem is, as all the updates happen usually at like for EU, it's around the midnight or 1 a.m. It depends where you live though, and like whenever there's an update, people get kicked out of War vs. World and they have to come back in, and usually people are like, oh yeah, it's too late, I'm gonna go sleep now. So usually people who stay basically can insta-cap almost all the objectives that were like previously heavily defended because there are no people anymore. So for PPT, it's gonna be a nice update, I would say, because it's in the middle of the day. I don't know. Relink should happen soon, I would say.
Yeah,
well, it needs to happen soon.
It's late.
But...
It's later towards the end of June. Then Greg is already on this.
So then,
he knows about that.
Gandra is not get carried by Underworld anymore.
They're going to be sent back to the depths.
Just wait
I was thinking my situation was good.
At this point, because I know like some people get trolled by this so hard, I'm just going to do it. I'm actually just going to say that I'm doing it just to clarify here. I am doing this purely for the people who get trolled by us saying this sort of thing. Underworld hard carried Gandara, guys. I'm just gonna say it. Like what? We link with you, and then like a week later you're rank 1. Coincidence? I don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
A week later is kind of short-ish.
Yeah, it's true. It's see,
yeah,
like, there you go.
So successfully Gorham rushing. Everyone who says differently is stupid shit, including me. So there's that.
Easy. Look at all those Mugas in chat, guys. It's beautiful.
That's beautiful, kind of.
Just remember, one day Underworld is gonna be standalone server fighting Gandara, and we're gonna fucking rape your ass, Sam.
Ooh. Ooh.
Do it so much.
Yeah.
And you are gonna like it.
It's gonna be great.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I have a question. Is there any downside to if the tier 3 armor was like those trinkets in the new maps?
You lose the runes.
No, I know, but that would be the downside to the armor. But is there any downside to the game in general if that's introduced as that?
People go, oh, the economy of all these all this stats, because I don't know. There is a certain part of the game that involves like swapping the stats right of a Synod gear, and you have to pay a decent chunk of gold to even do that, right? And spirit.
No, it's actually very cheap.
Like what? Is 5 gold to do it per piece or something?
Like if you do not consider the cost of the inscription, then it's like 5 ectos and 10 spirit shards. That's nothing.
But what about the inscription though, or the insignia?
I mean, top it's 30 gold if you really buy everything. Come on, 30 gold per piece tops. That's cheaper than making a new set.
Like getting runes isn't that bad, I would say. Like if you do play War vs. World quite a lot, then you have a lot of proofs of heroics. So even like getting the leader shit and other runes, durability even. I know durability is kind of cheap in Verdant, right? Anyway, but still, like you can insta buy it anyway. Like it doesn't matter that much with the runes, I would say. Yeah. And the other ones you can buy off TP.
I actually bought my leader sheet runes with proof of heroics because I couldn't be asked doing Dragon's Den. Roaming felt nicer. Not even
proofs of heroics are a wonderful thing, man. Oh my god, they're so good. They really are so good.
I think we will get another currency for the new expansion, though. Like we have some heroics for HOT.
I'm gonna be pretty sad, honestly.
Oh, in World vs. World?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It needs to be the same. Needs to be the same, dude.
I would probably devote my life to World vs. World if that armor was swappable like that. I would do that. Because I don't see myself making legendary armor anytime soon. And
the tier 3 really should be swappable as like the Bloodstone thing is. That was a really good idea. I don't know who mentioned it here, but it's really the thing that would actually like I know I'm doing this. Oh no, don't that gesture though.
No, it's this guy. I said this guy.
Oh, this guy. Okay, that was okay. I was doing this. Well, you can think about that something different.
Oh.
Well, yeah, like being that swappable for like the tokens, either if it's badge or the proofs of heroic, it doesn't matter. I would even say, but not the proof of like the new ones, not the skirmish ones. That's gonna be horrible if they do that.
Yeah.
Like I would pay a currency which is completely dog shit, and I'm never gonna use it in my entire life anyway, and it's never gonna run out. So why wouldn't I use it on something that can be actually good, like the tier 3 armor?
Yeah. There you go. Proofs of heroic. Good again.
Yeah.
Still are good, dude.
To transfer some stuff in the chat.
But like badges, unless you are actually buying Chinese things.
I'm thinking badges of honors though.
Yeah, badges of honors. Proofs is the HOT version. Like,
yeah, I'm thinking badge of honors. I want badge of honors to be the things that make it swap.
Yeah, like it should be exactly the same way as you use Unbound Magic to swap on Cardboard, for example.
Yeah.
Like you can spend, let's say, 1k badges of badges to swap. Like the stats on, let's say, a weapon or a piece of armor, because 1k is maybe 1k is too much.
500.
Maybe it's too much, but honestly, if you play War vs. World, you're gonna have around like 20k anyway. So you really don't need that much.
Yeah.
Guys, MMO Inks wants in.
What about him?
Do we add him?
Does he actually add him?
Inks,
it's gonna
Inks
fuck up
wants
the
in, dude.
placement.
It's gonna destroy. It's gonna destroy.
Just put him in the middle. Just put him in the middle.
How do you do that? How do you put him in the middle?
Just like make a new like square or rectangle in the middle that touches each of our edges.
We're adding MMO Inks to the call.
We give him a big hug.
We're adding MMO Inks to the call. Here he is. The overlay is completely destroyed.
Hey, Inks. You have
how are you doing, dude?
Yo, boy. I'm gonna use this to switch the lights up.
Everything is crazy now.
Yeah?
I told you I'm disappointed in you, right, Inks?
1 second.
So he joins to leave. Wow.
Great.
He's gone. Now this.
Oh, I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Yeah, he muted himself. I think he's talking to some.
Oh.
No, I'm back.
Okay.
Here he is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Yeah, you're disappointing me. I forget why. There's many reasons, I'm sure.
Because you're going with the
PvP?
You're going with the, you're going with the meta build for roaming. For your ranger.
Instead of the days build.
Oh, instead of what? Instead of boots band build.
Yeah, the days.
I don't have a build for you. I can make one for you if you'd like.
That days build is fucking sick. That's such a good build.
The days build's still there, yeah.
The days build, man.
Yeah.
So good. You can't get rid of that.
No, that still works, but the newer one, the big spike build is gone because of the change to fight as one, whatever it's called, the elite skill. It gives instead of giving pulsing fury, it gives one big stack of fury, so that you don't repeatedly recharge your critical hits anymore. Yeah, no good.
I just want to make a small interlude, like to go back on something people wrote earlier, like about 3 minutes ago. It was Mithran, Arcanere, and Plenyx. They wrote something about the stats and upgrades that should be unlocks. And actually, I think they shouldn't be unlocks. Like on the War vs. Sword armor, like runes and everything, stuff that you can buy with Rift of Heroics or whatever, nothing should be an unlock. Because if it starts being an unlock, it's going to cause a problem for the economy, as will be much less demand for some things that are currently demanded at an okay-ish pace, and you're just going to end up with some more vendor trash. Because if the runes become unlock on that specific armor, you're going to have much less demand for the rare ones, which are going to become vendor trash. If the stats become easily to obtain War vs. Sword, you're going to have everyone who is going to play War vs. Sword for that. You're going to have a lot of crafting that is going to go down to shit. Even though it could possibly fix part of the leather problem, it's not going to be good. So I just wanted to answer the earlier points.
I wasn't paying attention. What has happened?
You can't have everything. You can't have everything as unlocks. That
you can't have everything unlocked.
Not everything is unlocks, dude.
Okay.
Also, Teapot, are you gonna add MMO Ings so we can see him on stream or not?
I don't think I can properly. It won't. If I can, I'll show my entire Skype and like dox half my contact list. So I don't know. I can't do that.
So what are we talking about?
We're talking about War vs. World. What?
We're gonna move on to PvP at some point.
Have you had some experience with War vs. World? You maybe been blocking a few people on Twitter.
I did, yeah. It turns out that Ranger is a garbage class, so I'm learning already. Fun times. And actually, I got kicked from a group last night.
Feels bad. Oh boy. Feels bad, man.
And but then it's fine. I found another group, and the guy didn't care at all. And it's just like, I don't know. It's like if you're trying to run with particular guilds or groups, they just don't want you there, which I get it. I do understand the math behind it. I understand the concept behind it. They want to run with the most optimal group that they can find. But they had like 35 people in their group already. What does it really matter? I don't, but anyway, it's fine.
Waste participation on that class.
You know what happened was
even if it's free, you don't.
What happened was, so I got kicked from that group, and I joined another group, and then that commander just followed the main commander anyway, so it didn't matter. There was still 45 of us.
Boots, wait, Inks. Was it Edge of the Mists? Are you sure you were in a normal map?
No. We were in EBG. We were in the center map.
Inks, did you recently delete your Necromancer?
A while ago. Yeah, why?
Wait, is it true that the only character you have right now is your Ranger?
Technically, I have an engineer who's parked in Lake Doric, because,
But he's an engineer. So you have two characters, an NG farmer and your Ranger.
Yes.
So, okay, let me get this straight, though. So, like, arguably the most broken class in World vs. World is Revenant, and you deleted your Revenant just before the World vs. World patch.
Wow.
A couple of weeks before the announcement, yeah.
Why?
This is why you can't have nice things.
Yeah, because I like only playing one class. I enjoy playing one class. I don't enjoy.
And you chose Ranger.
Multi-classes. Yeah, well, I mean,
Ranger is the best class. Don't start shit talking the best class.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
If you think about the majority of the content that I have played up to this point, it's mostly PvE. So, Ranger, Druid. I just say Ranger, but when I say Ranger, obviously I mean Ranger and Druid. But I playing Ranger in PvE is fine. I mean, it's good everywhere, right? So
you are a Ranger main. I know that about you. So
I was for a long
That's-
time. Yeah, I mean, I was for a very long time. So all I did was get rid of Revenant, which ArenaNet couldn't fix in PvE for a
But-
long time.
But
My
it actually
question
got
is this.
fixed this patch. Condi Revenant has okay damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this gets into territory of leaks and
Insider
the
trading
next
like
expansion.
Sam? The insider
Yeah.
trader?
No, not insider trading, but yeah, and I get it. I see a lot of people saying, I don't understand why you would delete a character. I know you don't understand. That's okay. You don't have to understand. It's just the way I play the game. I play a very minimalist. I like having one character. I don't like having alts. That's just how I play. And it's okay. People don't understand. It's fine.
Do you identify with your character? Like, do you
Yes,
feel he has a personality?
Yes.
We're all
I wish I
role
could-
players
I wish I
deep
could-
inside.
Oh,
I wish I
boy.
could role play to a char so that I could just
Oh,
erase
Oh.
my
you are
destiny.
into furries. That's a
Yeah.
new thing.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, Inks, my question for you is this. How many tomes of knowledge do you have?
Oh, I don't know. Not many. Because I key farm every week, so
Okay, all right.
I use
But you
10 a
probably
week.
have
I mean,
those
I still have plenty. Can I level up another character? Yes. But it
Yes,
won't have any
and-
gear.
I mean, you could always get gear.
Wait, don't you have? You must have quite a lot of ascended gear though by now.
No,
Just as
no,
for
I don't.
donations, just
Don't you have
Go full
legendary
sellout.
medium armor?
I do have legendary medium. What am I going to play? Thief? That's just as well.
Yeah,
As range.
like Cinder.
That is actually
Yeah,
good.
yeah. They
No,
want
like,
they want rangers
joke,
like they want
Thief
thieves like
can-
they want rangers.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know. It seems like Thief, like this. I don't know. Syndra, when he plays Staff Thief in our Zergs, he does like insane damage and just never dies because he's dodging all over the place, going crazy. And
Yeah,
he
and I
takes
talked
the,
to Syndra,
he goes ahead and he
was
takes
just
the
like,
sickest 1v1s ever, like farms people before we even get there.
Sure. And to be fair, like I was watching Vladimir yesterday as well, and somebody else was playing a ranger. Somebody linked me a stream of somebody else who mains a ranger. It's fine. Like if you're on a top tier server and they're playing to win, they don't want they call them garbage classes. They don't want garbage classes with them. I get it. I do understand, but I'll just play in a group outside of their group and run next to them. That's fine.
But
It
the
kind of
thing
sucks
is,
to
on
it kind of sucks
Ranger-
to be kicked or whatever, but that's life, I guess. Don't get me wrong. When I first encountered it, I was not happy. I was upset, but I'll just
Inks, just
Like,
tag up.
on
next to them
Ranger,
and-
you
Just
ain't gonna like go into a Zerg really, because like it has very little value. Ranger is more like to roam, and it's very enjoyable to do it as such.
Yeah.
You just run a boon capping build with a lot of boon duration. You literally walk around with all the boons in the game, and you just one-shot people, and it's fun.
I love
Or
it.
you just
I love
go
it.
full
Here we
fast
go.
car and you
Here
stab
we go.
auto
We
attack to death.
got Pams and Bidus saying, "No, you're a rally bot. You're trash. Get out of our queue."
Yeah.
No,
Thanks.
I'm going to take up
Well-
your queue spot
well,
because I want my reward.
These
If you
people
can
are
play,
from the World
it's fine.
versus World Discord probably. So
Yeah.
I'm sure,
well,
and I
BG
don't care.
is, and BG is he's like the mascot. He's the
And I
mascot.
don't
of
care.
the World
And I'll
versus
say
World
this: last night when I ran with that large group, didn't die, so don't care.
Discord. Holy
There you
shit! Inks is top
There you
tier.
go.
Wow.
Die.
Top tier next
I ran on
level.
top of the tag, healing people,
Best
and I didn't
druid.
go down. So good
What
enough.
server are you on, Inks?
It's not important.
Okay, because I want to ask.
Underworld.
You can't switch because of the whole 3-week thing if you want
Yeah.
rewards.
Well, so
but-
here's the thing. If I switch, and believe me, I have thought about it. But like Teapot, if I switch, then I'm going to be locked out until the 8th. Is it the 8th or the 9th? Either one of those days.
3 weeks from now, it'd be.
You're locked out to the
the
8th or 9th.
the 25th.
Resets. No. 8th or 9th.
Oh?
That's
Wait,
what
what?
McKenna said.
What are you talking about?
The 8th? How can we? But the 8th
McKenna
is like
said
2
that-
days though. After the patch.
Right. Yeah. That's what McKenna said on Reddit. You will be locked out until the 8th. Or
Oh,
the
I-
9th.
Oh, so I could get off Underworld.
Oh, I don't give a shit anymore then. I thought it was like 3
Right,
weeks.
you're locked out.
like a three-
You're locked out for 3 or 4 days or whatever it is.
Oh, so starting at a certain date, it's 3 weeks.
You have to start at the beginning of a cycle.
Oh, it's
What?
fine.
Yeah,
Then that's quite alright.
McKenna
Oh,
said
yeah,
the
that's
9th.
fine.
That's
Yeah.
what she said. I mean, I can only I can only go by what Dev said. I mean,
Oh, that's good.
I've had this
pretty
I've
right.
had this the wrong way around. Like, yeah, if you stay loyal for 3 weeks, you get more rewards. No, I'm just a fucking clown, dude. Yeah.
That's good.
And that's the
That makes
usual,
sense.
Teapot. You ain't changing much from the usual.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Clown Fiesta. Yeah.
Forever a clown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yo,
treat-
Plenyx,
Thank
stop this.
goodness.
The humiliation.
Go to Desolation.
I wonder how
all the
much
other
extra
TV
rewards
is.
you get though.
We what do you mean Desolate? What's on Desolation, dude? I don't
and
know.
see, I don't know.
Kiss.
That's this attitude that sort of
Kiss.
just annoyed me the other day. But whatever, I get it. You know, there's just going to be people who are like that in the game mode, in any game mode, in every game mode.
In every
And
game.
Whatever.
Wait, is this an unusual thing about Guild Wars too? Like everyone in the other game modes like, intrinsically hates everyone else from the other game modes.
Yeah, we've talked about this
I
before.
mean, I don't know. I don't
so much.
necessarily hate anybody from any game mode.
No, I think it's less.
Maybe particular people, but not the game mode
think
itself. whatever.
Teapot, I think this is true, but it's not the whole amount of people who play those game modes. It's a smaller subsection. But at the same time, in other games like League of Legends, Dota, etc., when there's only one game mode, there's still that amount of people who are assholes, but they're all concentrated in the same game mode. So you just have a lot of more people who are assholes to you all the time.
Saltiness and hate, like,
Yeah, dude.
and it's even worse on NA than on EU. Like, seriously, it's worse on NA than on EU in every game ever.
That's
NA
been
is
my
just that-
experience so far.
Like, NA is just
I mean,
so
I hate
mean.
to say that, but that's been my experience.
I tested that in Overwatch 2 days ago. I transferred my account to NA to do my placements. And during my first game, everyone got called a faggot, a pussy licker, and some other shit at least 10 times. And then I swapped to EU, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's nice, we're together, let's win this, guys." And I was like, "Ah, my sweet region." Yeah. So,
I would
all
say on
NA
NA
players should transfer
lot
to EU. That's the point.
Yeah, just
Come
transfer
here.
to EU, guys. Just leave NA. Leave them alone.
I mean, it's whatever. So I'll just, I won't be in the main group, I guess, but that's fine.
you can
That's
come.
fine.
You can come and join
I'll
us.
still get my
dude.
participation.
Join-
I'm still gonna get my pips. I'll still get my rewards.
It's time to
and-
come to
Either join Teapot or do
Yeah.
what everybody else is going to do the first week and tag up yourself and have other people follow.
And
you.
that's gonna be
No,
horrible.
Inks, MMO Inks, please
Commander.
come on for us
Commander
on
Inks.
Underworld.
I'll just scream into the mic
My
to
my
follow the other
team,
commander.
They
Follow
barely,
the other commander.
They barely
Do
even
it.
follow me. They barely follow me, but I will fucking greatsword leap to my death after you, dude. Okay, no problem.
Gotta go football
my
there.
gosh.
oh
Yeah.
boy.
I'm gonna go hard just to like follow you around, Inks. It'll be great. Boots, you should come lead for us.
I will. Yeah, no problem.
Just come and lead on like some terrible build. I don't know, like the worse the better.
Okay. How about I can do this for World vs. World? What would be the worst for World vs. World? Tanky is not terrible in World vs. World.
Tank,
So it's
no,
gotta
tank,
be-
not being dead is really good.
Yeah, so something ridiculously squishy, and doesn't do a lot of damage. How do we do that?
Berserker Elementalist lead.
Done.
Just play.
Oh,
no,
that in water.
Just play Zilatelli lead, because that's where you
Holy
still
shit,
do a little bit of damage.
You know what I
You
wanna
just
do,
go.
actually,
You just
though?
drop that big water to save everyone.
Base
You know what I-
Mesmer full Berserker.
You know what I really want to do? I want to go on my warrior with the new powerful synergy trait and make a 5-man comp that plays directly into that. And that has like water fields, that is whenever he wants, and has, I guess, fire fields. Or better yet, dark fields. Have a guy with dark fields, and you throw out leeching bolts everywhere. And
like,
just go
that
hand.
200 lifesteal. Wait, lead on Shattered
It's-
Aegis
it's
Guardian?
double.
Dude,
It's double. It's
I'm
400
already
lifesteal.
leading on that. Oh, it's 400 lifesteal? Whoa!
Yeah,
400?
Yeah. And with your spinning thing, that's 14 hits or something. That's a lot of lifesteal right there. And
Just
and what else
some
can-
more leeching sigil and a superior sigil of blood, and then it's perfect.
And
You're the
then-
pure vampiric necromancer.
Necro with
and
lifesteal.
Brazil somewhere is
Yeah.
fine.
Uncle Beamish says Waterfields on warrior. That was his question. My answer was, I said a 5-man comp that plays into the warrior. So you have yourself an elementalist there throwing down Waterfields every once in a while, and then you can do blast finishers in there and do 4,000 healing on each one.
Just
Not bad.
you could also play a ranger and have healing spring traded. A waterfield that lasts almost all the time.
Whoa!
There you go. There you go.
Mind blown.
Wait,
There
wait,
you go. The red
I
one
like
has
this
found its
theory,
place.
Crab, but you're kind of missing one thing. You're talking about fields, how good they are, but about the blasts, I don't know, man. There's gonna be a shit ton of AoEs.
Hold on,
Just swap the
Expanders.
bad
No,
team.
I'm saying five man.
Hold on, guys. Expanders, I was not playing a roaming ranger while in the Zerg. That would be retarded. That would be stupid. No, I was playing.
Thanks, because that's what I do.
I was
Thanks.
playing the frontline healing druid build when I was in the
Oh.
Zerg. Why would I play the roaming build in the Zerg? It doesn't make any sense.
Because you're a lazy.
I mean, another funny story last night. I remembered how much fun World vs. World was. Oh, I forgot how much fun World vs. World was. Excuse me. I jumped on a cannon because we were defending a tower, and some guy comes running along, and he says to me, "Get the fuck off my cannon!" And I'm like, "Oh, relax. I got full cannon mastery. I'm good." He says, "No, this is my cannon. I built it. Get the fuck off." So I'm like, whatever. So I get off. 2 seconds later, he gets bombed and killed by the Zerg.
Well, that's
And
like,
then I just walk up and I take his cannon.
Oh my god.
And I
have
just
a
let
question.
him die and
Why-
bleed on the floor. It was fun.
If he built that cannon, he could just click on it and knock you off. How come he had to ask you?
Well, I guess he ran
that's not
away.
like that.
Well, no, because nobody was there when I got to the cannon. So he ran away to do whatever.
Well, you cannot take over the siege, which is like us from structure. So you cannot take over cannons or oil if you build it, because it
on
automatically
a structure
spawn-
cannon.
Yeah, it would have to be like the arrow carts, flame rams, catapults, trebuchets.
Oh, okay, so it's a key print. Yeah. So he didn't build it himself. It was from the keep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can't take over.
All right.
It's beautiful. Just beautiful. This is my cannon. Get away from it.
Yeah,
It's my
he really wanted the
siege.
cannon.
It's mine.
And he was yelling at me, so I was like, okay,
But
you can
by
have the
any
cannon.
chance, was anyone involved in the like the deployable cannon beta? Like, did anyone try it?
No.
I did. I
How
have
was
to
it
say,
good?
it was so fun. It kind of broke the game. I don't know. We can talk about it, I guess, slightly. So, like, there's a limit on seats you can place in one place, right? So, obviously, when they implement new thing, they kind of don't check these old things. So, obviously, you could deploy cannons almost everywhere. There was no siege limit, so you can stack, like, 100 cannons into one spot. No problems. And so on and so on. Obviously, they were completely broken on damage and stuff like that. So, I don't know.
Feels good.
It
man.
was
Yeah.
fine. He took the cannon. He got killed almost instantly. And then I just left him dying on the floor, and I took the cannon. So he had his turn, and then I got in line, and I took my turn. And then I didn't die, so good game.
Just
Because
make-
you were a ranger. That
Have
healed
fun
himself.
running back to the. Have fun running back. Enjoy yourself.
Just add like tanks to the game, like mobile siege. So imagine golems.
How
It's
fun would
essentially
that be?
a tank. I mean, you guys know how I feel about golems. The best
Imagine if
thing
you
ever.
could combine it. Like,
But
imagine
just
you take a
put
golem and you
tanks
put
in
a
the game.
cannon on each arm.
Whoa,
That would
my
be the real
God.
shit.
You build an like Omega hyper golem, and it's a giant golem. You need like 3 people to pilot it. You have one guy controlling the body, one guy gets an arm. There's turrets on it. It's like it's just it can just climb over walls. It's that big. It's got like cannons on it. It's got a trebuchet on the head or something, and it just lumbers around, just firing everything. It's got ACs attached to it. It's got like ACs that can fire out of its chest. And it's like splatters everything. You just stop.
Oh,
You kill lords instantly just by stomping on them. Like you can just stomp everything.
That's
And
perfect. I would go in this game mode.
Yeah.
I would play that.
It's something you have to work up for. Like after you have to gather something like 20,000. You have to gather like 50,000 supply, and then you can build one, and it only lasts half an hour, and you can just like rampage across the borderland. And basically no one can stop you. Oh,
It's
my
like the
God.
Golem Week. Everyone had their own golem.
It would be like Golem Week, except it's one big golem.
100
Fantastic.
people in a golem, and then it becomes Twitch play Pokemon and Anarchy mode.
Yeah.
The golems
and,
just
oh
rotate
my
on
God, it
themselves.
just spins around.
Really retarded.
Can we just have
So-
Twitch plays Guild Wars 2, honestly? Oh,
So what did you guys think
would be
about
awesome.
the rewards since we've been talking a lot of World vs. World?
I think it's good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna save the game.
It's actually.
Do you think it's going to keep players invested? I mean, I think it's going to take a while to get, but do you think it's going to keep players long term?
I think
It's going to keep players until they get the reward. Because once you have the tier 3 armor, once you have the legendary back piece, you're going to hit a point where either you like the content or you came to like the content and it becomes either routine or you keep doing it because it's fun, or you're just going to be done with it and be like, I'm moving on to what I really like. It's the same as fractals if you take it, for example. People who do fractals, like there are some people who did it to get the back piece. I have some World vs. World friends who did it just to get the back piece because they wanted the legendary back piece. They got the PvP one, they got the fractal one as well. And after that was done, they were like, I'm not doing fractals ever again because I have my back piece. And then I'm like doing my fractals every day because it's actually enjoyable to do so. I get to do it with friends. And it is the good thing. And if World vs. World became like that, if let's say I found a group of 5 people I liked or 4 people I like to roam with, and every day we said, yo, let's do like 1 hour of roaming, go into it, do a little bit of it. Even after I get my rewards, if the content's fun, I'm going to keep doing it.
Like, two World vs. World, you really kind of need like a small push. I don't know if it's the reward or like the people who are playing. So I think the time when Teapot started playing World vs. World like actually pushed some non-World vs. World and maybe even anti-World vs. World people in Salt to at least try it. And there you have people like Snuffles who kept memeing about like how the mode is dead, and now
Snuffles, he's like, World vs. World is a trash game mode, and now he's like he's going hardcore. He wants to GVG all the time.
Yeah,
he's
like,
he's fully converted.
You really need that first push into this kind of game mode. I think it's kind of the same in raids. Like if you have a good group and maybe you get some friends even, then raiding is fun even if you're like not killing the bosses that fast as a like normal proper, I don't know, guild. I'm not gonna name them.
Salt? A top tier guild?
No.
World of Enders?
They're not Salt.
What is Salt? Excuse me? Was that again? I heard that Kandara carried Underworld and
No.
Yeah, Teapot, stop commanding. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong. You are cancer.
That was
the
hilarious.
only good thing
by
you
the way.
actually ever accomplished in your life was
Quality
4
content.
wins against Paragon. Yeah,
Kandara doesn't like
straight
leading
from
stuff
Kandara
away.
TS. Oh,
Wait,
boy.
was that actually a quote? Did they actually say that? Oh my god. That's actually pretty funny though. Honestly, I'll take that. I'm proud of those wins, man.
So I know that Teapot and Plenyx, they have a group. What about Boots and Sam?
yes.
Well, we're gonna join up.
They are going
with you.
to transfer to
Oh,
Underworld
okay. They're all
and
going
play
to
with
transfer
us.
to Underworld.
Why would I
like you
transfer it
are.
when I am on the superior server, Gandara, number
No.
1?
Okay.
You're
there
not
you
number
go.
1 anymore.
Sam
We
doesn't
are
have
number
transfer.
1, and this
No,
time it's on
you're
Gandara.
not number 1. Shiver Peaks.
Never mind then.
So FSP Omega Blobbers, dude. They're rank 1.
I'm only gonna World versus World if I get to be in a group with you. So whatever happens, Inks, I'm just gonna have to.
You guys are all coming to Underworld.
me?
I'm gonna get all
No,
the
you don't
streamers.
want-
We're gonna have every
You don't-
single
you-
streamer on Underworld. I'm getting them all. I'm bringing them all in.
Different
I'm
POVs.
I'm
Honestly,
yeah.
if you get Woody Potatoes, people are gonna shit. Like they're gonna start playing this. Like no joke.
I've already challenged him to GVG. It's already in motion, guys. The wheels are in motion.
Oh boy.
all of Spud versus all of Salt.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're
That'll be
gonna
fun.
actually crash the servers. We are going to crash the servers. With the most epic roster v roster of all time. We good.
I don't know. I'm excited to see how rewarding it is. And not just for
Yeah.
back pieces and armor pieces, but just the
lot of
rewards
it-
and the pips and stuff in general. I mean, it could be a lot of fun. So
It could be great.
This is
I
something
think
we remarkably didn't even talk about, right? Like, how much gold are we going to get for this, guys? How much gold are we looking at, do you think? Do you think they're actually going to make it good money to play World versus World and win skirmishes? Or do you think it's
There are only
mostly
two
going to be like account bound
possibilities.
shit?
There are only 2 possibilities. Either they're gonna be way too like good, or like kinda like I don't think they will hit the exact middle when it's like good, but also like not completely broken.
Well,
Like the
just here,
PvP Ascended Armor was. That was
all I could
stupid.
read from this is skirmish rewards give you World versus World specific items such as improvements, tactics, siege, tricks, traps, as well as other rewards. But that's not World versus World specific. It doesn't
it's
say.
going to be tier 6, I would say. Like tier 6 materials, ectos, dust, clovers, maybe,
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah, I
that.
think
That's what
so.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be exactly
Doc
the
got
same
autism.
type of rewards as in any PvP reward track. Like if you try to draw a parallel, right now in World vs. World, we're getting an overall similar to PvP leagues when they first came out. So we're gonna get like improved rewards. We're gonna get the pip system that actually gives you stuff in the chest, and all you're gonna get in there are the skirmish tickets, gold, and transportation charges, obviously, because that matters somehow, even though everyone has like a billion of them.
And tomes of knowledge.
And tons of knowledge.
What are you doing, Boots?
Dancing.
Oh boy.
Dancing.
Why are you dancing?
That's awkward. You just literally broke me. I don't
Sorry.
remember, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Never mind.
What are you doing?
I'm distracted by. I'm not really paying attention. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Wow,
we kind of
Boots.
noticed.
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay. Jesus, dude.
But I gotta say, I'm excited about World vs. World.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the stuff is gonna be based off of what that crafting token's gonna have to be for the Ascended Armor.
It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same, which is why some people have already started investing in the value of Might and Magic, because that made sense.
Yeah,
That's what you would
Ectos too.
Ectos.
Why would you
People
go
have
for
been hoarding Ectos.
Why would you go for Ectos? Ectos is retarded. You have all the raid sellers like Yummy. They have billions of them. So even if you invest into them, he's just going to be like,
No. So I don't mean.
And Yummy's going to sell World vs. World participation. He's already planning it. He's already talked about it in the chat. He's already doing it, dude. He's already gonna.
I don't mean investing to make money. Just they're stockpiling for themselves to craft whatever they need.
How much is he gonna charge for 1 hour of participation?
Well, I mean, I believe he was talking about like 30 gold for half an hour, like a gold a minute.
I would rather start playing that stupid game mode than actually paying for this shit. Oh boy.
It's gonna be expensive. You want World vs. World rewards? If you want to go through Yummy, it's gonna be pricey.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it will probably have to do the events. Like the share participation is not gonna cut it.
You don't think it will cut it? But then
I think it will have to do like specific events, or like the events has gonna attach like some kind of invisible participation, and like with that you can like pass the pips and such. That would be like logical, because you would actually like do killing people, stuff like that. Not just being AFK at spawn, paying someone to get participation.
I got some bad news. Pubbles thought you were serious when you said World vs. World is a stupid game mode.
Poor Pubbles.
My God.
The problem.
You do Pubbles. I know, mate. I might have to. I'm gonna explain this. We're gonna break this down. Plenyx is basically the reason why any of us play World vs. World, dude.
Yeah, currently, I
Insult.
guess.
Okay.
I remember.
I was the first push.
I remember when he was trying to get you into it. It was. He was.
I tried.
Hilarious.
I tried. Dude.
I was trying for 2 years to get you into this, and now I finally did.
Okay.
So,
Getting schooled by PV players? No. Oh, Pubbles. Who are you, dude? Who are you in World vs. World Discord?
He is the elitist person who made inks not like people.
No. That's
No, I'm not in the World vs. World Discord. Actually, they banned a lot of people in the World vs. World Discord.
I don't know. Either way, listen, Pubbles.
Which was hilarious.
Plenyx has played a lot of World vs. World. Okay. I don't even want to argue with you. You're not even worth it. Just go away.
Hey, guys, you want to talk PvP for a bit?
Yeah. Well, you want to talk? I think we've talked a lot about we've talked a lot about World vs. World. Have we covered everything from World vs. World? I think we mostly have, right?
I think the only thing that I'm still worried about is the future of world linking and population balances. That's the only thing. I mean, I'm very happy that they updated the rewards, and I think that's going to help a lot. I think just going forward, that's the only thing that needs to be addressed now. Probably.
I wish they would have.
Go on, Inks. I need to think about this.
I think they should have given. Maybe this doesn't work because they have linking on a schedule, like Gregor was saying. But I wish there would have been a little bit of warning so that people could transfer servers or whatever. Yeah. But you're only getting locked out for 3 or 4 days, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. If you're going to transfer, do it now anyway.
I'm not going to transfer. Gandera is superior.
I think that I don't know. I keep seeing problems with linking as well, where the major stakeholder in linking, Gandara, for example, doesn't like the person they're linked with, or they don't like the commanders from the other server they're linked with because they're screwing it up or they're doing things that they don't like. And that's not just true for like it's not just true for Gandara and like Underworld, but you see it a lot. Like I know Hit the Traveler, I don't know what server she's on, but she was talking about this a couple of weeks ago where the server that she is on was getting shit from the server that she's linked with or something like that, where they don't want the lower linked server to have commanders and doing whatever they're doing. So I don't know. I just think linking creates even more problems.
Well, you know what? Actually, I think this patch is a good stepping stone because if you want to start promoting world versus world, like world loyalty, server loyalty again, server pride. Exactly. If you want to do that, first you got to get the players back into the game mode, and they're going to try to do that with this. And also, one of the ways to get more rewards is to be loyal to a server. So 3 weeks down the line, 6 weeks down the line, 2-3 months down the line, perhaps we're going to have new World versus World players who are now loyal to specific servers. And then you could start doing something with the servers and unlinking them, maybe rearranging them, maybe creating new seasons again. And so I think this is a good stepping stone.
I was talking earlier in chat to Ajax, and he was saying like eliminate the bottom couple of servers and allow them transfers to a tier 4+ server or something like that. And I think that would be a good start. Like it's more about consolidating the population, right? And we're gonna see this large influx for a couple of weeks at least into World vs. World, and then I guess you'll have to wait and see where the dust settles. Whether players stick around or not, I guess will be the question. So you don't want a knee-jerk reaction rebalance right away because that's going to be in flux. But I don't know. I think they should get rid of some of the lower tier servers and condense them. And then you can look at things like linking and to see where things fall.
Wait a second.
The problem with linking is that if you really think about it, a server is only full when there is a lot of people going into World vs. World at a specific time. So right now we have no idea if a world is going to become full or not within the next week when the tournament starts. Because even some servers that have very low World vs. World population might have PvE players going into it. And if you have 200 people going to World vs. World at any given time, that server is technically full by ArenaNet standards. At least that's how their tool works. Then they're going to have all the servers pretty much as full. So the world linking and everything related to transfer prices is going to be pretty wonky, at least for the few weeks at the start of this World vs. World season. Yeah. Because they have no proper tool, no proper statistics to help them realize whether a world really has active, good World vs. World population from guilds that are actually dedicated to the game mode, or if it is just a PvE influx into World vs. World. Nice kill yourself, Zach, by the way, plan.
So, Ilias... if Ilias says server pride is what made World vs. World shit in the first place, having different packs like ESO works far better. There's nothing that makes SFR different to Desolation or Riverside. Server pride makes no sense. It's always about guilds in World vs. World. That's a point. I think it's a point. Did I say it's a good point? No. I said it's a point.
Okay.
I said I was just gonna say that I feel like at the beginning of the game, server pride was a huge deal in World vs. World.
Yeah.
And something like that, whether it's with servers or some other format, maybe it has to be guilds in the future. Maybe it has to be guilds that are the things that you have pride in World vs. World. But something like that needs to still be in World vs. World for it to succeed, I think, because rewards are sort of like a flash in the pan kind of thing. PvE players won't stick around unless they really like the game mode and really like who they're playing for. So I think server pride or something like that has to exist in World vs. World for it to work.
It already does, so I guess.
Yeah.
It's It's all about that server pride. You make Underworld great again. You got to stop those other shit servers. Listen, guys. Whatever server you're on, whatever server you are on, dude, whatever server you are on right now, every single server you're against is complete shit and trash, and they deserve to be crushed. Okay, and that even if you're against Underworld, that applies if you're playing versus us right now or next week or whenever. Okay.
Wow.
Every single server that you're playing is complete trash and is basically scum that just deserves to be trampled under your feet. Okay, that's how you got to think about this. You have to believe in your server. It doesn't matter if you're some fucking terrible server that has like a 5-man Zerg that just gets completely stomped. You're way better than everyone else, okay? That's how you got to think about it. You just got to blame other factors for why you're losing, like skill lag, even if there isn't any. Maybe you just lag. Maybe they just massively outblob you. You just got to be the best, okay? You got to believe.
It's all about stack Dara, gank Dara.
Believe in your server, my friends, and you can make it great again. You have to attract people to your server. And then you completely crush everyone on your server because it's the best, okay? Even if you win 1% of your fights, that's basically 100% in your eyes, okay? That's
Let's construct a bridge to finally get into PvP, though. The last thing I'm gonna drop, we haven't at all mentioned one part of War vs. World, which mainly the hardcore War vs. World players do, GVGs or roast to be roasters.
Whoa!
So, like...
I'll sit this one out.
Oh, come on, man.
Don't you want a GVG? It's fun.
Like, the only thing GVG actually currently needs is to make that the arenas in guild halls maybe even slightly larger, but mainly use the War vs. World things, like the changed skills and such. So it could actually be usable, like Retail and Confusion. Currently, the hall is kind of unusable, and if you want to GVG properly, like with War vs. World stuff, you probably have to meet the 2 servers, or hope for reeling or some shit. And it's like kind of the only thing I wanted to mention, like at the end to close up this War vs. World debate at this point. So I guess let's talk slightly about the PvP, I guess.
And guys, I just want to say that for all those GVG enthusiasts out there may actually be legit hope here, guys. Seriously. Because main thing I'm mentioning. Yeah. Many of you guys may know that we hang out with ArenaNet Paul sometimes, and we're doing a GVG versus PRG and Bull, and he asked us why we weren't doing it in the guild hall, right? And then he didn't seem to be aware of the various issues around the guild hall. Like, it's difficult to get people in. There's instancing issues. There's the balancing issues as well around that. But he expressed an interest in it, right? And that could be a potential that maybe it will eventually get fixed and eventually get implemented into the game to a point where the guild hall, the guild arena rather, will be the kind of the go-to way of setting up GVGs, like with a few little adjustments there. They can actually get it working properly.
And that was its original purpose, or one of its original purposes, right?
But the problem with that is that you are going to want to go for guilds that have spent a lot of money into decoration, so you can actually build an arena that is proper for everything, where you can line of sight some skills from the enemy, where you can make sure that you can rotate around, where you can have high ground and lower ground, because it's like plain. Yeah, you can't have high ground on the guild arena, so you'd have to build that with decorations, and that's going to make it so that people would go to specific guild arenas that will be tailored to GVGs, more or less.
Yeah.
Well, people want a perfectly...
brings up other problems.
People want a perfectly even arena though. It's just, they just want the fight.
They don't go for high ground in GVG. Yeah. They just run at each other in circles.
Yeah.
And veil and stuff. Yeah, it's about flat terrain.
It's like an exact fair arena. And maybe if it was perfectly symmetrical, that would be kind of cool. I don't know. To me, yeah, that does sound kind of cool. Like if it was perfectly symmetrical, so there's no imbalance, then yeah, sure, that would be kind of cool, right? But I don't think. I think people want it to be quite even, right? Add elevation, yeah. Like if you have dynamic terrain in Guild Wars 2, I mean, I don't even know, dude. Like the static terrain doesn't work so well. So if they make it move, I don't know about that. It might get a bit weird. Tyria is flat, GVG is flat.
God. Tyria is flat. Where did I hear that?
Your chest is flat. Fuck you. Sorry.
Wow. It isn't, but thanks.
The fuck? This guy's calling me. This guy's calling me a fucking beta male cuck. Spell it incorrectly, dude. Learn how to spell the word cuck before you come at me, son. Okay? I can't take a man seriously. You can't spell the word cuck. Go away.
Oh boy.
The fuck, dude?
So
Not
World
even
vs.
good.
World Season 7, huh?
Yeah.
Or PvP Season 7.
PvP Season 7.
Jeez.
World
What
vs.
the hell?
World Season 7, yay!
If only, if
There's the
only.
segue.
I believe
right there.
they fucked this.
But why'd
PvP
Boots,
Season
why'd
7
you
is what
time
I
them
meant.
out that you just deleted the entertainment?
What did I do?
You
I didn't
timed
know
them
what
out?
button that was.
You,
Oh,
you
boy.
timed out the entertainment. But yeah,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
PvP,
wow.
right?
He'll
Automated
be back.
tournaments, guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I think this is gonna be good. Oh boy,
I
automated
think the
tournaments.
season is going to be good, or automated tournaments is going to be good?
Automated tournaments. I
Okay.
think. Well, it depends. What are they gonna do for the season? Is there any announcement of anything new for the season?
Well, they said in the AMA, which was before this announcement, a couple months before, that they would be rebalancing the rewards for Season 7. So they should be better than they were for Season 6.
Well, I mean, the rewards is like extremely important to PvP because it's only a handful of actual players that actually care about the game mode. Because like, there is no PvP pride as there can be server pride, like we talked earlier about. If you're in PvP, it's only about yourself, and a lot of PvP players have other accounts that they play on. And in the end, what matters for PvP pride is being in a good PvP team, doing your scrims, then winning a tournament. There is no reason to play the actual game.
And this is the problem, I think. And this is, in my opinion, this is a really good change. It's really cool for the people who are actually really down to playing competitive PvP. But this basically offers absolutely nothing to probably 90% plus of the player base for PvP, right? And most of them really won't give a shit about automated tournaments. I think people are very optimistic about how many people will really care about this stuff, right? In the same way that a lot of people in World vs. World are just there to farm that shit, you know? They farm those rewards to get the stuff. In the same way, not a lot of people in PvP are actually really interested in the tournaments, I think. There's a very small amount of players who will be down to do it. So I'm not sure if it's going to bring a resurgence of people back to PvP as such. I think it will probably build some hype and people will have a crack at it, but I don't know, dude. I'm not...
I think a lot of it depends on, like Nike is saying, what the rewards are and how the prizes are structured. Yeah, Boots, are you gonna make a team with me and run some automated tournaments?
Oh my god, yeah. As long as you don't AFK at spawn when we start losing.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Thing is, actually, one thing that I'm really looking forward to with the addition of proper 2v2 is the return of Mystic builds in a decent format. And that's one for you, Teapot. And that's one for you.
Wait, where's Teapot? I don't know even which side. Where I'm pointing currently,
that's
is
correct.
it on you?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah, you got that.
But there you go. That's basically my view. Why did you cancel it? Also, Shadowing really wants that Mystic builds back, mate.
I mean, I also want, because I
You
lost...
do it for your wife, man.
the
You have to do it for your
You
wife.
lost to
On the last
Shadowing, didn't
Mystic
you?
builds, I lost to Shadowing, and that's how it ended. And I need to make the
Oh,
legend
no.
right. I need to get my revenge. I need to be back in the game. I need
Feels
you
bad.
to do this. And I haven't been a sub to you for over 6 months for you to stop the Mystic builds.
It's coming
I'm
back.
paying for this.
It's coming back. It's coming back. Don't worry.
Yes.
2v2 Mystic builds is a thing? Is that gonna happen now?
I'm not sure about 2v2. There are some issues.
That'd
with
be
that.
great. Come on, that'd be great.
That would be really
Randomize
good.
the teammate. Just randomize the teammate. Imagine I'm paired with Shadowmin, and then I'm like, I need to win, but I also need him to lose. And that's where it becomes
Randomize.
interesting.
So people are asking what is an automated tournament?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know exactly how they're going to implement it, but essentially it's going to be every day. Was it say daily tournaments?
There's three daily
3 times a
tournaments.
day.
3 times.
Yeah,
A day.
Three-
daily too.
And then there's a monthly
daily-
where they get the ultimate reward.
Yeah. So there's some. They're going to have some way that you sign up your character or your account for this tournament, and then you will play on a team of probably 5 people because that's how it usually works. And play PvP. I don't know if you're going to sign up a team. That would make a little more sense, or at least sign up a group of people if you have more than one person you want to play with. And then maybe you get match made with other people if you don't have a full team. And you try to win the tournament. And depending on how many people sign up, the tournament's either bigger or smaller. You get a small amount of rewards or a big amount of rewards. And then I think they use those daily tournaments as placement for your monthly tournament, and you're supposed to get a lot of rewards for the monthly tournaments. The end.
Yeah, and I could see them bringing back some of the tournament armor. It would be pretty interesting if they brought that back for like the monthly automated tournament.
Yes, that would be cool. That would be good. I was watching a Helseth video the other day, and he is going to be doing the tournaments. He's going to be streaming tournaments with.
Is he going to be selling spots like Yummy?
No, he's got.
That would actually be good business,
team.
man. That would be good business.
That would be good business, but no, he's got his full pro team back in action. Not his old team, but he's recruited Syndroner and
yeah, he's got rank
Snowballs.
55 and Vermilion. Snowballs.
Yeah, exactly. Snowballs.
Snowballs.
Bisha and Zam, I think, and they're gonna stream that. So that's gonna be interesting. Them running over everybody, and so, but yeah, he made a good point. He made a good point in that. If the rewards for the monthly tournaments aren't ridiculously kick-ass, it won't make much sense for them to be doing it at all. Because
I mean, so let's. Did he say what that really needs to be? Because I feel like
he didn't. But
for somebody like Helseth, who is used to being rewarded very well for playing,
yeah, I don't think he assumes that there's going to be money rewards. I think he thinks there's not going to be money rewards.
Sure, of course.
He's hoping something along the lines of like 1,000 gold or something per person if you win the monthly.
He said 100 gold. 1,000 gold per person. 1,000 gold a person.
And it's also about the fame. To be fair, like there is so much fame to be had in winning a tournament. Like if you look at all these guys, if you look at their Twitter bio or their stream descriptions or anything, they list the number of times they've been champion. Each one of them.
Sure.
Like, of course, the gold paycheck is nice, but some of them are partners, so they get a gem paycheck. I mean, they're supposed to give them away, but yeah. And and then they're more in for the like the fame of it. They have their name written in the game on the stones. They actually have their name written down there as champions. Oh, that's the real value behind winning.
And there might be some kind of mechanism for that to happen, honestly. There may be like a record of who won all the tournaments and the monthlies, at least, right?
Yeah. I expect
like
that
a rock with just looks at stuff.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll put down a big trophy somewhere.
Phantom makes a good point. How many gems did they used to give away for the ESL weekly and monthly? Because it could be similar to that, right?
Was it cash? Wasn't it the monthly cash?
Yeah, it was cash, I think. Wasn't it something like $200 or $300?
I can't remember exactly how much cash it was, but I think it was cash. Yeah.
I don't know if... I mean, I think that was ESL pitching that in, probably not ArenaNet. Actually, I have no idea, so I could be completely wrong. But I don't anticipate ArenaNet giving cash for these automated tournaments. It would be unlikely to basically say that they're going to be giving cash every single time. Like maybe they have a budget for that. I don't know, but it seems like it's unlikely that's going to happen.
I mean, I think they would give away gems and/or just gold. And
because they're
armor or something.
There comes into the problem of like having to actually somehow send that money to people rather than just do really easy in-game gem or gold transfers to people.
Yeah, it's not going to be in-game. There won't be cash in the game.
Yeah.
It will obviously be gems or, well, gold or whatever.
Guild Wars 2 Marketplace, Guild Wars 2 Lotto, it's starting.
Oh, shit. It's going to be a CSGO game.
You have to say you own the site, though. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Shit, right.
Don't just make sure you disclose, otherwise you're going to be a naughty boy. Honestly, I can see you running that. I bet you'd set that shit up, Sam. You would do that.
I totally would.
You would 100% do that.
I would manage it from work instead of working completely.
Oh. Well, how would you manage the gold? Because you have a gold cap, like...
You would just use Ectos. Just use Ectos. The price is stable enough.
For 1 Ecto.
Or just use Mystic Coins and then I hoard all
of... Mystic Coins. Maybe for winning the tournament you get a stack of Mystic Coins. Like 2 stacks of Mystic Coins.
That would break the economy. John Smith would never allow that. Never.
If you get 1,000 gold, you can just buy 500 Mystic Coins.
Yeah, but then you're buying them from someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's how it's meant, because Mystic Coins are basically logging rewards. So like when you log in, you get the Mystic Coins, and people who are not going to farm, people who are not going to play anything.
The tournament rewards is an extra account to farm Mystic Coins on.
I remember Wooden Potatoes making a video a while back saying that to make gold, it was good to buy alt accounts so that you could get more login rewards.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Make a video like
It takes
that
a while. Takes a while to pay off, but that alt account will eventually pay off. You'll get more money out
Are
of it than just
mystic
buying gems.
coins?
Totally.
Are mystic coins a measure of how healthy the game is?
Completely.
The higher
Yeah.
the price of mystic coins, the less people are playing, and the lower the price, the more people are playing.
No. The higher the price is more about the more people are putting effort into acquiring skins and everything.
But at the same time, the more people play, the more mystic coins there are in the game because the login rewards.
Yeah, but if the price is staying stable, I mean, you don't just look at the price, you look at how many are sold and being bought. Like that's two different things, because being bought is people buy from the sell order, and
Right.
being sold is people sell.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
So if you compile this, you see how many are being bought a day, and that's really the indication, because there are only so many being generated. You get them from 100 CM, and you get them from login rewards. That's basically
And
where
the
you get
anomaly events as well, right? Are they still going?
and the anomaly events, but nobody
Yeah.
does that shit. Just
Yeah,
look at the price of the
nobody does.
tonic. You know that nobody does this. It's at 10k gold. It's not worth
shit,
10k. Anyways, so that's the two ways to acquire them, and you don't get them that often from fractals. So it's mostly about people getting them from their logins and selling them. And if you see that a lot are being bought every single day, that means that you have people putting effort into either acquiring skins or keeping the market manipulation where it's at. Because Mystic Gate is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing.
Are you a market manipulator, Sam?
No.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
No,
you
I'm
are. Yes, you are.
Come
You
on.
are a
No, I
market
deny
manipulator.
all that.
I've seen
You
the
are
Reddit.
fake
I've
news.
seen the Reddit thread. I have seen
Actually,
the
I need
Reddit
to put
thread.
it down like this. You are fake news.
Your organization is terrible.
Listen,
you are fake news.
Sam, it was on Reddit, and I believe everything that's on Reddit, so must be true.
You believe everything that's on Reddit? Okay, well, enjoy
Everything.
your Soul Guild mushrooms.
I
Oh
will.
yeah.
I
remember that.
I'm ready. I've got
I mean,
my
wait.
stockpile.
How many memories of battle do you have, Sam?
I will not disclose that information.
No, he's a fucking market manipulator. He is a market manipulator.
Okay, never mind. I have
This-
like what?
This
I have
player,
like what, 40 stacks? It's not
40
much.
stacks.
Yeah,
not
it's
much.
only 40 stacks. I barely got fucking 4 out of my money.
I mean, I
so-
was late. Okay, I had a meeting at work and I got late at home and I had to insta buy them instead of putting up an order. That felt so wrong. So I just bought as many stacks as I wanted and I stopped when it was at like 9 silver.
Z-Florix says
people aren't
platinum
aware.
doesn't say hi.
Who put 9 silver?
The giant anomaly. What is it actually called?
The ley line anomaly.
The ley line anomaly actually drops a ley line anomaly tonic.
Yeah.
People aren't even aware that it drops. That's how rare it is.
I mean, it is at 10k gold, that tonic, because
Well, of
nobody
course,
is
yeah.
doing that shit. It's basically like the check X sack. The check X sack is just that it doesn't drop much, but the ley line anomaly tonic is just that people never do it. So
Maybe
yeah.
I'll do that from now on.
Well, I imagine that the drop is kind of still rare for it. Though.
Is there a way to NG farm the leyline anomaly?
He moves too
No,
much.
sadly not.
No, because it
He's
actually
too
moves.
He's too
It actually moves.
fast.
But if you use some bots that I will not disclose the name of, you can actually follow a target.
Wow.
Wow.
So
You're a
using-
bad influence on
Wow.
streams,
Wow.
man. Bad
Wow.
influence.
Using
I want to
bots
NG
and
farm
market
Elder
manipulating,
Blades.
dude. In the Edge of the Mist to get the achievement?
Yeah, let's NG
Oh, that would be
farm
good.
Edge of the Mist to get the.
Sorry to
Elder
tell you
Blades.
this, guys, but it looks like NG Farm might not be around that much longer. It looks like
Yeah.
Shazbot said that he's looking into
Hey.
a way to stop that from happening.
Get your NG farm in while you can, because
They want to get rid of.
Or-
I mean,
No.
do they want to ban people for NG farming? I mean,
Not
I don't
banned.
think banned.
Oh,
Well, we don't know, but I assume not banned because it doesn't. They haven't said anything against it yet, right? It's not.
So many people does it. Like they would have to ban, like I would say, even half the population of the entire game.
they're not going
almost.
to
Yeah.
ban, but it
They
sounded
wouldn't ban
like
half of the population. No, they wouldn't, because you can't ban people for doing a thoughtless farm, because in the end they're not breaking any TOS. And the only thing
Yeah.
that ArenaNet, I mean, once ArenaNet fixes the thing so that people can't AFK it, or at least supposedly can't AFK, then they have a right to ban people. They can't just ban outright because you're actually leaving your character in a place where it would get killed if it was alone.
Yeah.
Because
I
actually,
mean,
if you were alone there, if you were even 5 people there, you would get trampled by the centaurs.
yeah.
You would actually die. It's just because there is such a huge number of people that the weight of the people actually goes over the increase in HP and in damage done by the mobs.
And also, the more people you have, the less your rewards are.
Yes, that's absolutely true. It'll be interesting to see how they actually. I was going to say ban, but it's not the word. It's going to be interesting to see how they nerf this, because right now, if they nerf the spot that it's happening at, you can just move up the hill and make a new spot where there's more centaurs.
I think they're going to do something else. Yeah, I think. Okay, so I see both sides of this situation, because I've been using the NG farm, but like I haven't played with the NG farm for like 2 weeks or something. But I see why it's bad for the game. And I understand why people don't like people doing the NG farm. But what I don't get is, because I've been seeing a lot of people tweeting at Guild Wars 2, tweeting at Shazbot, saying with pictures of the NG farm and saying some pretty like hardcore things about, like saying like this is disgusting. These people exploiting behavior.
But
it really
if I had to make a
strong rhetoric for something I'm
gonna interrupt you. I'm just gonna make a parallel to something that happened about 2 years ago. I don't know if you guys remember much, but there were what we called the fail events. It was in Custral, and then it moved to Frostgore Sound. It was at first the events like all the events were needed to cap in the chains of temples, mostly Melandru. And then it moved on to being the coil farm event in Frostgore Sound. And the idea was, if you have enough people at a given spot to spawn a lot of mobs and kill all these mobs, and then they all step out of the circle to cap, you are going to get, champions, because you have a lot of people, and you're going to fail the event, which respawn timer is very short, so you're going to get it in a few minutes after. And the thing is, the extremely easy fix to the central farm is just to put a mechanic around it and put it on a timer. It's like either you succeed or fail an event, and then you put a 30-minute cap on and 30-minute respawn timer on that event. Done. Lazy
so what
fix.
Used to happen in those areas, though, that's different. I mean, they can do it here, obviously, but what used to happen in those areas was when you failed the event, then those areas in Ore and Frostgore Sound got flooded with enemies. And the more people you had in those spots, the more champions you got, which also dropped more loot.
No, you would get more champions during the event themselves. Like it was on a...
Right,
you
but
had
even
10
after
minutes
the event,
to cap it, and for the first 9 minutes, you would have people stand in the circles and try to spawn as many champions. And then at the end of it, you have everyone step out, so the event would fail. And so it could respawn 5 minutes after.
I don't think it was 5 minutes, but yeah, it's so that you could respawn it again and again.
It wasn't 5 minutes. Like I remember having a timer for it, and it was like a few minutes, and then between each of the waves you had 60 seconds or something, or between the start of the event when you needed to walk the NPC and the first wave you had 60 seconds. You could just use the elite skill on Ranger and wait for it to be back again, and then it would be the start of the farm.
But in
Always
Ore,
Ranger.
those maps get flooded with undead when you fail an event. So
that too.
Yeah. But then it respawns, and you just kept doing it. I mean, I don't know. They'll probably try and kill the NG farm with having less and less mobs spawn in that bottom area, would be my guess.
Yeah.
But
I'm pretty sure
they can just move up the mountain.
Fix it.
They can just move up the hill. Like it's not. It's kind of silly. I understand why they want to nerf it and why they want to take it away, but.
Lazy farming is always wrong.
It's not even that good, though. I mean,
no, you're much better.
It's just because it's lazy. No, but like it's much. No, it is amazing because you can literally farm this on one of your screens while doing something else on the other one. You don't need to be active in the game for it to work. Meanwhile, if you look at Forty Farm, at Riba, or at like farming other maps, it's always about being active. You're gonna need at some point to move. You're gonna need to tag the right stuff. You're gonna need to kill stuff. You're gonna need to do something. And that's the point where ArenaNet draws the line. It's that if you're truly AFK, then something is wrong, and it needs to be fixed.
Yeah,
That's
I suppose. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's kind of stupid, but I don't really see it as a big problem. I mean, if you want to make gold, just go and do a good farm. I don't know.
40 farm is nice, to be fair.
Yeah, 40 farm is really
And Chua 69, if they can prove that you're botting, or that you're macroing somehow, and you are totally AFK, then that's bannable.
Yeah, I'm gonna ban your ass.
But a good deal of them,
Chris Clear's gonna get you.
a good deal of them, as far as I've seen, aren't doing a full AFK.
No, not half full AFK. They come back every 5 minutes to move the turrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to go back to a point in chat, someone's asking about how ArenaNet is going to encourage people to try and beat the pro team, the Helseth team. It really depends if there are enough people who care. Because the thing is, you can like dangle like the biggest carrot ever, but some people just aren't gonna give a shit, and that's the thing, right?
Yeah, like if you think about it, when the first season of PvP got released, you had Car Crash, who actually made 4 or 5 different teams to get the top spots of the leaderboard. Like the same roster made a few different guild teams, because you could make the guild teams and give a name to them. They made a few different guild teams to get a few spots at the top of the leaderboards. And that's the problem, is that these group of extremely good people can just literally hold the top spot and even make sub-teams by adding a different person to make it a different team, and then still win.
Yeah,
like even if you try to take the top spot from them, they won't lose, and then they can take the other top spots by having the other good players come on in.
Yeah, maybe they just have to make it so that you could only be in one team.
I think what I'm trying to say is it's not going to be the rewards that encourage people. It's not the kind of player that is capable of beating these teams is not going to do it for the rewards. They're going to want to do it because they want to do it. And it just depends if there's enough of the people still in the game. Because, I mean, there were, what, less than 10 people in Legend in PvP last season? I don't know how it was on NA, but on EU...
Look at Season 5. Don't look at Season 6.
And see, I mean, yeah, Season 6
Season 6 was a mess, so look at Season 5.
Season 6 matters, though, because there are a lot of players left, right, over the initial hype of Season 5. It's like Season 6 is very relevant. You can't assume it to magically revert to Season 5, I don't think. I mean, definitely, maybe it will attract a bunch of players back, but I mean, a lot of people have kind of moved on to a certain extent, right? So the 2 Legends in NA, fucking rip, dude. But you know, people have gone on to other games that give them the competitive things they want. I mean, just to throw Smite, for example, just to throw that out there.
That didn't quite work out for Helseth. The reason why he's back is because he ain't getting the box, he ain't getting the fame, and he's back for it in Guild Wars 2. That's it.
I think he's just working.
I think he's just busy. He doesn't have the time to try hard, to go full try hard in Smite.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But,
you don't know.
People left the game. It's as simple as that, guys. Like it's same in World vs. World. Like a bunch of people left for other Realm versus Realm games. So people leave for all the other shit, you know.
Are there even some other good Realm versus Realm games? Come on.
There's no one else that will discourage everyone else. It will discourage a lot of people, yeah, because like, people are going to go, well, they're just going to dodge them, right? Like, why would you? Because to a certain extent, unless you're actually actively trying to be the best in the game, there's absolutely no point in playing versus Helseth because you're just going to lose 500 to 0. So unless you're actually going full try hard, then there's basically no point in playing them. Obviously, there are, that's why you need people who want to go full try hard, right? Who can maybe, it's going to take people fucking ages to get up to that standard, but you have to hope that the tournaments attract back the
competitive people.
The competitive players, because most people just want to get those fat stacks. They want to get those fat rewards, right? They want to get.
How many of them went to play Smite?
5.
Oh well, those 5 will be back.
No, they're going. No. They're going hard. No. They're going hard.
Oh.
So it really depends. It really does depend. If how much, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical of how many people it's going to attract back. I think a lot of people have already kind of gone, oh, bleh. They've kind of got tired of waiting to a certain extent. I mean, it is very good that this has appeared, right? This has appeared back in the game. It's great to see ArenaNet actually putting something in place, right? But I'm not totally convinced how much it will actually bring people back to the game. We'll have to see, right? Maybe I'm just being a bit pessimistic, but I think this is something that appeals to a very small section of people and might not breathe the life that PvP needs breathed into it right now.
But it's something.
It is something, and I think it's a really good something. It's something that's been necessary for ages.
Yeah.
And it's a base of something. So if there is something that, if this doesn't revitalize PvP, if this just is something to help PvP a little bit. If something in the future revitalized PvP more somehow, I have no idea how. This is still a basis that'll be in the game. Automated tournaments is automated tournaments. It'll always be there, assumedly, but it'll always be there for something that PvP now has, and it's an outlet for PvP players. It's good.
Yeah. But how many? What I'm trying to say is like how many people are actually going to be hyped for automated tournaments?
Yeah. I mean that is an issue too. If only 8 people join every day.
It really depends on the
rewards. Isn't it all about the value it has, both as rewards and as a time sink? Because if you think about it, Guild Wars 2 is a game that has been out for almost 5 years. A lot of people playing routinely. Like, at least that's my case. Like, I go home in the evening, I started the game, I do my fractals, then I'm like, do I have raids today? No, I don't have raids. Maybe I'm gonna like farm a little bit towards something that I have a goal for, like some map currency. Maybe I'm gonna do a PvP game so my rank doesn't drop or whatever. And if you can fit the daily tournaments as part of your routine, then there is no reason not to do it. Or at least if the daily tournaments work towards you not losing your rank in PvP, like not having decay, then at least every third day you can do one of them. And then that's enough population to keep the tournaments alive.
Yeah, sure. Again, it just depends, like, if the rewards are worth doing that stuff. It depends what the rewards are, right? We don't. Yeah. This is why it's kind of difficult to talk about this stuff for the PvP. Like, I don't know if some people are getting triggered in chat. We're not talking more about it. We literally know very little about this. The reason we're able to talk about World versus World a lot more is because we actually have a lot of the details, right?
The post was, we got a post for that.
You got a lot more details on it. Like the automated tournaments is still very up in the air how that system is going to be implemented, right? And I think it's very conditional on how the community reacts to it as well. If you can actually get a good population going through it, then it's going to be great. However, if you can only get a few teams in because people aren't down, right, then the system is, you know, it's this intrinsic problem with the PvP system, right? Like the matchmaking, right? All these systems work under the assumption that there's a good player base. And if there's no good player base, like the system just, it crumbles to dust in your hands, right? I mean, people go, oh, the fucking matchmaking's trash. Well, no, the matchmaking isn't trash. It just doesn't have anything.
The players are trash.
Well, it doesn't have enough players to work properly.
It doesn't have enough players for the matchmaking algorithm to work properly.
I have a question. What is the I'm sure there is a technical limitation, but is there a possibility of somehow having EU and NA PvP merged together somehow?
I don't even know how that would even
work. That would be retarded because of the ping. The latency would make this wrong.
One side will be lagging, so it will just be rip.
Like, I don't know if you fought a PvP player who was lagging, but they're the type of people to port out of your skull crack. That's really like, if both regions were merged, and there are some people with 300 ping playing versus me who has like 20 ping, I'm going to be really triggered. Because half of my shit ain't going to hit, they're going to port around, I'm going to be real annoyed.
The answer is to drop the servers in the middle of the ocean so that everybody has equal.
Everyone has equal ping.
Offshore.
Yeah.
Rip Australia, though. Come on.
The servers are in Antarctica, and everybody has to just has the same ping.
Everyone's got to deal with that. Everyone's got to enjoy it.
Or maybe servers up in space, so that, you know.
There you go. Space servers.
It's fair for everyone.
Yeah.
We got to buy
zones
gems.
Isn't a problem, really.
Buy gems so you can put a server in space.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is the issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Again, like PvP, the way all of the system is going to work is heavily dependent on community reaction and if the population increases. If the population doesn't increases, there are going to be issues with automated tournaments because it's going to be like the same 2 to 3 teams, like ruffle stomping everyone all day. And, you know, that's great. I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's how it's kind of going. It's going to go always, right? But if there's no kind of mid ground, it's really going to be a struggle. To really get it rolling. The same with the matchmaking, right? It's you have people at the top who win 90% of their games because they duo queue with their buddy, and they're completely unstoppable. And then you have like all the plebs like trying to struggle their way up with like 52% win rate, right? There's no real middle ground, which is just a population issue. It's not like something bad in the game. It's not a criticism of the game as such. It's a result of the lack of population. So.
Hold on a second, though. We've always said, not we, but everybody's always said EU is better than NA, right?
Of course,
Of
EU's
course.
better than NA. Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Obviously.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
So then, if that's
Except
the
for when
case,
NA was winning, but yeah.
if that's the case, why not merge EU and NA, but put it on NA servers to give them a handicap? Or to give EU a
That's
handicap?
not enough. You'd honestly have to. You'd have to like give EU players like 50% reduced HP. And
Yeah,
then-
you know Nico, right?
I think you should only allow EU players to use the weapon skills, like no utility skills, no elite skills,
Yeah.
no class mechanics, just the 1 to 5 skills.
Yeah.
And then maybe it's even, but still, I'm kind of sure that EU would win. Because NA people can only spam 1 on Necromancer at 1.2k range,
Oh,
and you can just strafe them out, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Mm.
NA is just free farm.
Quite
Rank 1 legend NA is bronze EU, dude. That's how it works.
Quite so. Quite so.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where the play environment is very different from NA to EU.
Yeah.
And there's one of these things that you hear in a lot of competitive games where if you want to get good at that particular game, then you need to be playing the best opponents that you can come up with. And if the population is lacking, then those opponents are already going to be almost non-existent. And so improving becomes even more difficult for players who actually want to strive for that. And on NA, it's like I said, the environment is very different. So it's going to be more difficult for players coming into the game to improve. It's not impossible, but it's more difficult.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And again, as chat says, this really does come down to the rewards. If there's enough carrot, people are going to do it. But if there's not enough carrot, people aren't going to care. And bear in mind, there's a pretty scary stick at the top, right? I mean, yeah. The really top players are a lot better than the next players down, right? Not just a little bit
Right.
better, a lot better. So there's a big ass stick at the top of the tournament waiting to beat your head with it, you know? Yeah, so there's, you know, you gotta hope there's a big carrot. You gotta hope there's a big carrot.
Quite. Yeah.
Or you need a massive carrot to get people to try and eat the carrot and get it away from the stick. Or you need a bunch of like fucking tryhards to come back to the game, and then they can, yeah, even if the carrot's small, they'll go for the carrot because they have the illusory carrot, the mesmer carrot, the glory of winning the tournament. You know, fucking beautiful.
Oh.
There's a question in chat that I don't quite understand. What are your thoughts on Warriors Tactics banner?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's good for PvE, kind of. Yeah.
I mean, you can use it. Extra healing and boon duration.
If you
Sure.
if you have a specific question for the skill, that would be helpful.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything you want to know about it? For raids and fractals, I mean, it's not very good. I mean,
There you go.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, you can use it. It can help you out if you need like that 10% boon duration. If you like, I don't know, no.
If your Mesmer doesn't have the right gear, maybe?
Yeah, if your Mesmer's got bad gear, then you could use it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
And I don't know, maybe if that the 170 healing power might help, you can get even bigger regen ticks on Regen Druid. But that's about it, I guess.
Yep. Speaking of Regen Druid, Inks, I decided that I do want to go roaming with you.
I'm not. Okay. What?
I want to go roaming with you because I want you to lay down water fields for
I
me.
wouldn't. Okay.
Yeah. So I go around.
I wouldn't
my
play. Oh my god! I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play
down like
Regen
one
Druid
of
as a
those.
roaming. Doesn't
have to be a regen. Doesn't have to be regen. Just put down the water fields.
Yeah, just water fields. Just bring water
Yeah,
fields. There you go.
Exactly. For the yeah, dude. Are we good? This is what we're doing now?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. Good. The end.
The end. I mean, that's actually a pretty good place to end. Shall we just call it there, guys?
I think so.
I think we talked about everything, man. And
Pretty
you
much
know,
I guess we did.
everything, yeah.
I mean, honestly, the biggest news here is the Plenyx face reveal, guys. This is a pretty fucking big deal. So yeah,
whatever.
you stream a bit, though, don't you, Plenyx? Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Why don't you just lay it down on the stream right now? Just tell us.
About myself, I
Yeah,
guess.
educate us.
Well, I'm Plenyx. I kind of play Warbringer as well. On my stream on Twitch. If I finally get myself to do it, I will do some videos about it as well.
Holy shit,
Minster
dude.
Chrono videos, maybe some Warbringer guides. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna see. Well, my Twitch is Plenyx, my Twitter is Plenyx, YouTube also Plenyx. Both just said it anyway. Yeah, that's about me, I guess.
Didn't say Sam, dude. Why didn't it say Sam? What the fuck? Oh, actually.
Plenyx, your YouTube channel is CFG8K
Yeah.
of. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, you have
that's-
you have a legit link now, don't you? Actually,
Yeah, I have a legit.
I just haven't updated it. But yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Go, yeah, Plenyx streams like at random times. Go watch him do World versus World.
Yeah. Where can I usually do stuff? So it's usually like Mondays and Fridays at this point.
Yeah.
It's like those
That's
2
pretty
days where I definitely stream. So
Yeah, dude.
there's that.
Okay. And here our other traveler from another land.
I lagged.
Yeah, that was a good lag there. Our other traveler is, of course, Sam from ST, the new PvE guild.
Oh.
Oh lord, just because I am on the Discord, it's not even my main guild. Come on, Teapot. Come on. Don't do this
You're
to
with
me.
Flaming Phoenix. You're in good company.
What does
Oh,
ST stand for?
Solutionary.
Ah.
I have no impact on that name. I have no input. I have nothing. Come on.
It's not Samaja.
No. I wish it could be another Ajesté Industries guild, but I've already taken all the good names, so that's it. I mean, actually, the guild is named ST because of snow truffles, because we are a market manipulation-based guild.
Oh.
And we're trying to flip all the markets
Exposed.
at once. There you go. Jokes aside, I'm Sam. I do mostly at the moment trading post related videos. I am not an insider trader nor a market manipulator because I don't have any kind of partnership.
If you
I don't
have to
any
say
kind of-
that,
Hmm.
if you have to continuously say that, I think there's something behind there.
So that's it. That's basically what I do, and I gamble, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Okay.
And you got those gambling casino streams, right? You can win things.
Yes, quite.
Yeah!
Today I won a lot and I gave away a bit, so that was okay.
Even better then. All right then.
I think I won 10k gold.
Wait, what? 10k gold. Fuck, dude.
That's a lot of gold.
A lot of gold.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. That was alright.
Going.
I need to
Okay.
recount.
Wow. And we
I
have.
figured out how to do gambling. Just
go to Sam's
just
stream.
do what Sam does.
Yeah.
Just do what Sam does and take in gold. House
Oh my
always
God.
wins.
It's crazy stuff, dude.
Oh lord.
Okay. What about you, World of Enders, with the headphone cord trailing all the way
yeah.
across the screen? What are you up to
yeah.
these days?
Boots, World of
Stealing
Enders.
my Guardian builds.
You mean you stole my Guardian build to begin with?
I corrected your Guardian build. my
Oh,
friend.
whatever. But
We
yeah,
were
I
playing
guess
it
I'm
in
just
Stronghold before you, motherfucker.
I'm just getting one after another of my off meta builds turned into meta builds is what's happening, and they're all just getting the QT stamp of approval.
Well, I
pushed on
actually have
onto
to
the-
dispute this. You can't just say that something that is good is like an off meta build. Like that was literally broken when they implemented it. It was broken.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
you can't just say because it's good, it's off meta, and therefore it's been converted into a meta build.
It is now a meta build.
You are wrong. Wrong.
It is now a meta build.
Wrong.
And there we go. There we go. So also I told you this already, Teapot. I will not be here for a while
Yeah,
again.
we are losing.
Jesus.
We got no boots for days, guys. You're off
For
holidaying
weeks
and stuff, right?
We-
Stop having a
yeah.
life and traveling places.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
no,
just
sorry.
have no life and just always be on tea time.
Yeah, but thank you. I also got to thank you, Teapot. You did just call me wrong.
Yeah,
and it had to happen.
It had to happen at least
As
once.
well
Right?
as,
At
there
least
we go.
once.
Perfect. At least once. Yeah, there you go. Find me on my channel, World Avengers, on YouTube. The end.
Okay. And finally, we have our mysterious edition, the Druid main. It is MMO Inks, the Invisible. Here he is on stream.
Oh, God.
What can this mysterious voice tell us about itself? Lay it down.
Well, so let me put this out there. First of all, if you're using the LFG to advertise my Twitter, please don't do that. That's gonna get me in trouble.
Really, really, man.
Somebody tweeted at me. I think it was happening on EU.
Oh
And
Lord.
it's funny, I get it, but please don't do that. That's just gonna
Please
get
do
me in
it
trouble.
more and send me the screen.
And-
Oh boy.
It's gonna get me hate, and please just don't do that, guys.
Oh
It's
my god.
people really hate that. So, thanks for the laughs, but please don't do that. It's really bad.
Damn, that's good.
But yeah, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at MMO Inks. Don't troll an LFG with my name, please. Jesus.
I gotta do way more
boy.
now. There's probably I didn't. Let me just check the LFG right now. Let's have a look here.
Oh no.
Going on
That's-
raids.
Gonna be. Oh boy.
There's actually nothing here. You guys are fucking slacking. Maybe an open world, central tier squads. Nothing even referencing MMO Inks here, guys.
I know it's the internet's cause to like do the exact opposite of what you tell them, but I'm gonna get in trouble, so please don't do it.
How would you get in trouble? Come on.
I just will, trust me.
Okay.
I have a question.
do
real
it.
quick before we go. I've been thinking recently of maybe starting to stream again.
Do it.
Possibly, but it would be building with boots, and people would have to give me things they want to do in a build, and I'll try to help them make that build. And do you think there would be a call for that? Do you think people would like that? I'll make them a
I'm not-
personalized bad build.
Twitch chat are really lazy, and they'll probably just like stare at you aimlessly.
Okay, so I guess I'm not streaming then.
I mean, you gotta
Alright,
find
good.
something that is like exactly you to stream. Like I gamble, so I gamble with viewers. Teapot is doing the raids, be it in World vs. World or in PvE, because he has that huge community that loves him and wants to do stuff with him. It's his way to give back to the community, you know. Plenyx is there to do a better World vs. World stream than Teapot because it's needed.
Impossible. Impossible. Okay.
There you go. Like, it's all about doing your thing.
Yeah.
So if
dude.
your thing is to build, as long as you have a few people who are active and are gonna like foster the motivation of others, it's gonna work.
I agree.
But
Just
you need
do
a few
it.
people who are gonna be active at the start, and then for that motivation to seep to the rest of the viewership. But you can do it.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
You can do it. I'd watch it. Honestly, loads of salt will be there. I just put song.
That's not a good thing.
Just put song requests on. Put song requests on.
Just get ready for some gachi and
Yeah.
you'll have viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be
fast.
don't put song
You-
requests on. You'll
Teapot,
regret that.
You're
one.
gonna find out about the right version, just like Inks did.
You're doing everything
Yeah.
you can right now to dissuade me from
No,
streaming.
no, stream. You should definitely stream to it. Seriously, you should totally do it.
Just do it.
No,
Just
I
do
mean-
it.
Just do it.
But the thing is, Boots, like, I'm sorry, man. This is my fault. But because you have even associated with me,
Mm,
you will now be followed by the Salt Crew. You can't get rid of them. They're very loyal. Okay.
yeah,
They love you.
This is why I haven't streamed in a long time. This is
The truth being told.
They love you, and they will follow you to the ends of the earth. So if you
Mhm.
stream, they will be there. They might be putting
Like-
some memes in the chat. They might be
Gachi.
and Gachi,
The whole
but
time.
they'll be there.
Mainly Gachi, obviously.
Mainly Gachi, yeah.
oh boy. All right.
Oh yeah.
Good
No,
stuff.
definitely stream. Definitely watch out for Boots streaming, guys. Be there, okay? And yeah, last of all, follow me. Follow the stream right now. You've learned about World vs. World. We basically partially saved the game by doing this, and PvP as well. Maybe I was a little bit pessimistic about PvP, but I don't know. It'll be good. There's gonna be automated tournaments. We'll see how it turns out. Follow the stream. Subscribe to the stream if you really like me. Look, we got emotes now. We got sub badges. We got everything.
Subscribe to him so he gets actually compelled to bring Mystic builds back.
Exactly.
Please.
Yeah.
We need that.
200 sub goal. 200 sub goal. Mystic builds come back, guys.
Okay, be right back making alt accounts. Wait.
Oh, well, no, I mean, yeah. You can subscribe if you really like me. And then most importantly, follow me on Twitter. We're nearly taking out MMO Winks, guys. We're catching him up. I'm going to take him out. I'm going to...
Yeah, I lost a lot of Twitter followers this week. Go figure.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Phil? Oh, come on, man.
He is 6 followers ahead of me, dude. I'm going to
boy.
fucking take you out, dude. But yeah,
You
that's
are.
all
You're
for
gonna-
now. Follow. I'm going to make the bot post the links again. Follow, subscribe, follow again, and watch everything we make. And yeah, we'll see you guys later, okay? That'll do it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, team. Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Thanks to you.